Yes, I refuse to be what they want me to be.
Sir.
I stand for what I believe in and what I like to do. I don't want to be what nobody want me to be. I don't want to be a puppet on a string, a puppet with a baboya lasso or carry around my neck, and they're leading me down the street and tell me don't straight that. This is code 5, sitting in for Mary Moorhead. I have to thank Mary for allowing me to, wow, this is up too loud, for allowing me to be on her show, run her show when she ain't here. You could call in. Today is going to be very, very interesting. You could call in at 340-773-0390, 773-0390, or you can call in at 340-773-0490. 773-0490. I'll be announcing the numbers a little later on. Anything on your mind, you could call in, we could rap. It's so much a thing to talk about in my Virgin Islands. You know, I'm a proud Virgin Islander. Grew up in both the British and US Virgin Islands. Went away and decided this is the best place to be. This is the place where I could wear a t-shirt, short pants, and slippers, be a tourist every day, and be a proud tourist. But today, there is so much things to speak about people. As I continue to say, I continue to wonder about the people in authority that say they love the children of the Virgin Islands and love the Virgin Islands. When I look at other Caribbean countries, I travel a lot. When I look at other countries where they say it's third world country, I remember when I grew up, we were first world country. We behind the third world country them now. It's sad for I to say. I would have been mad if somebody said that on air. I used to be mad, I would have been mad. But when I look at the condition, and let me talk about this experience I had this morning. I'm a jack of all trade. Basically, every trader a jack. This man, yes, day before, the guy yesterday said I ain't working on it. I got a brand new machine, a radar, and it get flat. So I decided, well, I'll work on it today. Yes, I'm gonna get to yesterday too, because yesterday was my granddaughter graduation from pre-K to kindergarten. Big up all the graduates from very young to very old. All the graduates, enough respect, big up. So I decided this morning I gonna work on my fix the flat. But I look at it and I say, you know what? That's a brand new tire. Me want to plug in that tire. I gonna take it off and I'll carry it to the tire shop. And I want it patched from the inside. Not put a plug in it. I got plug. As I say, I got skill, I a jack of all trade. I'm boasting. And I take it off and I went to the tire shop. I ain't gonna name the tire shop yet. I go to the tire shop. The guy them know me. So the guy said to me, he said, hey, you don't have to come back in an hour. He said, you see the dude over there? Carry by here and talk to him and then come back in an hour. I said, no problem. I got things to do. So I said, okay, I drop off it. Then I hit me, man. I go home and make some Johnny cake. I got an hour to play with, to kick back, relax. Let me knock out some Johnny cake. So I go home, I knock out the Johnny cake. Then I get a call. So they asked me if I listening to another talk show. I said, no. I went to carry the tire to fix and I'm going to I got an hour to play with, so I'm making some Johnny cake. I'm gonna chill out, eat some Johnny cake and relax. I go back and pick up this lawnmower tire, people. Now, I want it touch from the inside. Not no plug, I got plug home. I could take the thing in, push it in, push in the plug in, turn it and pull the thing out with the glue in my tire patch. I want it touch from the inside. It's a brand new dog. People, let me tell you, the price was $35 to fix the lawnmower tire. Right away. Now listen to this. I didn't care about paying the money because I want it how I want it. Me like them people want it done and don't want to pay. But then I said to myself, and all people, black people like me, well, not like me, because I go tell my cousin, niece, and nephew, I go to a technical college. Do not go to a regular college. Don't be a degree momo. Get a skill. Think about it. One tire is $35 to fix. One tire. You don't need too much education. And if you work on that tire machine long enough, you are a genius. You could whip tires in and out all day long. Patch them and gone. Bust them down, put them up and gone. $35, people. $35 to fix one tire. You could believe that? Right now, yeah. Yes. That was Ninja come over from FM 100. You could go listen to the reggae station in the Caribbean. 100.3.
After your show.
And he said after 4:30 I must come over to his show in the next room at 100.3. So you could get two hearing on me today. One in this AM station, thanks to Peggy Moorhead, and one on Ninja station after 4:30 when I get off here. So you see, I got to hold it with the people. If you miss anything, you could call in. As I said, the number to call is 340-773-0390. 340-773-0490. Say 0390 and 0490. Somebody calling already. Line 1. Good afternoon. Welcome to the show.
Yeah, brother Fahie. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Wapa. Them and those that trying to force and then take scholar mind that the only reason that the PKWHR for kilowatt hour rate in the Virgin Islands is the highest in the world is because we don't have an interconnection with another island.
Wait, not to cut you up. Them a retired talking man. You entertain people telling you them kind of nonsense.
No, but I tell you what to tell me.
But then you should ask a minister, just get off my phone. You're an idiot. I think you had better sense than that. Okay. See, that's the difference between me and people. When Momo fool attack but fool no listen. When people come talking to me, them kind of ignorance, I cut the conversation short. Me want to entertain it.
Okay. But let's say, for talking sake, the fact that we don't have an interconnection is one of the reasons. They want to say the only reason, but they tell me one of the reasons.
Listen, I keep telling you, I'm more patient than me. There is nothing named conversation sake in ignorance and stupidity. Nothing.
Right.
Probably the person is your friend and you don't want to offend them. But if you can't tell your friend he's talking ignorance and stupidity, then he shouldn't be your friend.
Well, and you're right, but let me tell you how stupefied it gets. For the interconnection, let's say Alabama Power with Georgia Power, when they so he agreed with me. He still can't tell me why up to now we're not fully, when I say we are talking about the Virgin Islands electricity, not fully at 34.5 kV, kilovolts, or maybe even 69. You say, well, we partially at 34.5. Why not go fully at it? And why would you go fully at a higher voltage? Because the law of science, electricity, and Ohm's law is that the higher the voltage, the lower the amperage. The lower the amperage, the lower the consumption in wattage. So of course the bells will be lower. So then why not go to it? He answered that yes, he had the talk show for this, like you're making jokes at me and giggling and getting. They're not giggling. Answer the question. If I'm wrong, I say I'm wrong. You telling me that I'm right because you agree with me. But tell me then why you're not going fully at it. But anyway, there's a fool who they could fool. But if I don't wait till I'm 80 years old, having been in high tension, power generation, production, transmission, and distribution to let a fool like the fool want to have the task too. And my brethren who's a civil engineer, not an electrical engineer, will let me laugh, but me let it go ahead and laugh. We will see who will have the last laugh. Now I'm going to say this. The other question I asked him, because during the conversation I said, well, have you all been thinking of not solar, we're going to say solar, nuclear energy? Yeah, but that, man, we never get to that in the Virgin Islands. I say, I agree with you, sir. Well, then tell me why. Almost every 2 years or so, you all learn about the war in India, China, and about looking at nuclear power plants. What are you watching them for? Well. Tell me and the people why you're going to these nuclear plants. If we're so far away from nuclear, it's worse than night and day. He still ain't answered yet. I would leave him there with that. He better understand that he's not dealing with no Junie in the power utility system, because the 13.2 plants in the Virgin Islands is but a small space in a corner of plants I continue to work in. Thank you very much, sir.
Have a good day. Thanks for the call.
Yep.
Yes, I have so much thing to speak about today, and I'm gonna hit some now while I'm gonna call her, because reality is reality. Listen, last Thursday night they had the senior night in Government House for seniors, but last year I had a problem going there, so this year I decided I'm going. It wasn't advertised. They probably chosen few seniors to make themselves look good and sound good. But I didn't go. I know it was taking place. Last year, Mr. Williams tell them if I show up, don't let me in. I didn't know Government House was his, and I didn't know he owned it. I know he got a master slave mentality, that the house is his, and that he ain't gonna let me in, because they don't like me talking about them. As I tell them, the under master table catching crumb, I take the whole bread and I go with it. Plus, I ain't got to sing for my support no time. I own what I have. I'm a hypocrite. I don't lie. I don't got to duck people when I see them. I always talk the truth. So I didn't go to the thing. Sunday I went down in West. I forget what the Brooklyn Post is veterans. you know, the veteran them had and a big up to all of them. The post in Frederickstead, they did a monument with the names of the people them who get killed in 9/11 up in New York. They put the name them up. It was a nice little, well-organized operation. Now, big up to all the people who was involved. I get to meet the guy who built it. I didn't even know the guy had that type of skill, but see me, and don't know why I could do is, you know, like a lot of people see me and just see me walking around, slipper, short pants and t-shirt. I don't boast and I don't brag. So I got to big them up. I think it had on the name of the people them who died, who were from St. Croix. Monday now was Memorial Day, people. Where Fahie, pay tribute to my fallen comrades. We don't respect them in the Virgin Islands. As I said, and people could be mad with me, I don't care. I say what I want to say. Me biting my tongue, and I don't bite my lip. Me speaking on nobody's behalf. What Mr. Fahie said, he said, the only place, and I travel all over, and you could look at it memorially. The only place under the US flag, and I'm mad with them for that. Don't talk to me, don't pass me like an exam. Where we don't keep a parade. When I was growing up, and I sat there with a man older than me, who said, my son Fahie, when I was a little boy growing up, I used to run, come down, he show me, and wait for the parade. But we, modern people, have no respect for veterans. None. Because guess what? They stay home and suck on the mother breast while other people go sacrifice. And you know what? The administrator of St. Croix, Sanders, he said, people die so that people could be free to speak. Whether you like to hear it or not, freedom of speech. And we should honor other people when they speak, whether you like it or not. But these cockroaches don't like it. And people are saying, I call them people's name. And that's, I call them what? It's freedom of speech, you don't know? People are violated, tell you, oh, you can't say this here, you can't do this. No, they wrong or read. They're going on here, say. The only place every hate tongue in the US go keep a memorial parade. They respect the people that die. Not us. We going to hell. We have no respect for nobody, nothing. I show up. There was more chair than guests under the tent. It was sad. To me, it was sad. I don't know if the other elitists thought it was a very good turnout. And I applaud, listen, I'm proud of the people who keep in it, you know, who trying to hold it together. But the people, nobody come in. I think what they need to do is send out press release to every radio station, Facebook, media, do everything, send press release to encourage people to come out. Since we abandoned the parade, then if you're keeping a little memorial, just send out press release. If they give me it, I'll advertise it for them free. I call in and talk to them, beg the people them to come. I'll do that for them. Because I think the people that die so that I could do some of the things them that I want to do, like wrong and tell them where to push themselves, push their head, freedom of speech, where I could bear arms, because they died for that so that I could get them kind of rights. So I will do it for them for free. That's how I look at life. Everything ain't about money. Some of these cockroach think that the brinks truck gonna follow them in the cemetery behind the horse when they go in to be buried. I don't think that. I don't think that no brinks truck following. I know they ain't following Mr. Fahie in the cemetery. So I will do things for free to help the community. Money is not everything. And as I said, it had more empty chairs than people. I was there. I gonna show up. As long as God give me health and strength to show respect for them who'd gone on before I joined and after I joined. A lot of Virgin Islander join the military. A lot. A lot you see there, you think that they're in good health. They ain't in good health, you know. They damage. And we don't care about them. Or society, especially them who born with the gold spoon in the mouth. I name them the gold spoon bandit, who could never get enough. My grandfather used to say something, you know. They never get enough until they got 6 feet in your throat, the eye, and they still ain't getting enough. And that's how I look at life. I am comfortable with whatever I have. I come in the world with nothing, and I expect to leave with nothing. Like, that's why I talk about the $35 to fix the lawnmower this morning. I continue to tell young people, and I beaten education, beaten our technical training. These people are you have so much scholarship for all these people going to the big college. How much scholarship do they get to send all young people to technical college? How much? I don't know. You don't hear about them beating their chest, but they tell you how much thousand these students get for this school, how much thousand. Send children to technical college where they get a skill and they get a degree. I'm telling you, it does work. I'm telling you, when I went to school and I see people to the school, to the college, learning to be boat captains, sailing boats. And the guy tell me all he on do, when people buy yacht in the States, he gonna bring them down to the Caribbean. I said, but they never tell me that in school. They never offer me that kind of thing in school. When I travel the world, I see them little children in the weekend learning to sail. And we here is a law. The law say they got to teach you, train them to swim. We don't even care about it. And they say, oh, we ain't got a pool. We got beach. We got beach all over the place. So don't tell me we can't do it. We is a excuse capital of the world. We always got excuse why we can't do things. Well, then why we passing law saying we should do it if we can't do it? The executive branch ain't executing it to get done. We always, most of the time, we complain, ain't got no money. We ain't got no money for that, but we got money for every other thing. Wow. Anyway, so as I say, all young people, now they're talking about infrastructure development. My vision was years ago. Years when I was standing up for the people. Years when I was out there protesting by myself when they bring in the Puerto Rican them to dig trench in Tribeca, little dot no hole. I said we need to start training our young people. What gonna come? We ain't gonna train workforce. They tell me, they should know who they is. That if we train them, they're gonna leave and go to the States. That's the kind of dummy talk they tell me. That's facts. I ain't got to lie. I don't make up nothing. I said, do what? Some gonna go, but some gonna stay. We should have had one of the best technical schools in the Caribbean. Then they said a cockroach come up with a scheme and a plan that they're going to have a technical college. They cannot support a technical school. But they're niching it up one niche. We going to have a technical college and Fahie should get on board. When full attack and full no listen. I know if you can't run a technical school, how you going to run a technical college? The pipe I use, nobody has used. The pipe, the wire the electrician run, nobody has used it. They cut it up and throw it in the garbage. All they see is money so some of the friends could get rich. Into hell with the public. We got the money and we're going to capitalize and put a few friends in position and they're going to ride it till the money done. When the money done, they jump off. They go on the next ship where they could ride a little more. These people ain't care about all young people. They come grinning and skinning with you when it's election time with all. I hear these things from time I was a little boy, same nonsense. Nothing changed. But they're singing the same song in different form. And people, some momo, will fall for the BS. I don't fall for it because I went to school alone to clean it. I want to know when my people will wake up. And then they will say they don't like Fahie. I bet you the idiot them say you hear that idiot on the radio, they're talking, don't listen to hear now. But why saying the truth? The dummy always trying to tell the dumb to be dumber. So they could stay in control. When you look at a tire costing you $35 to fix, and you say, wow, why should I go to college? I could open a tire repair shop. I thought to patch it from inside at $35 a pop. I could sit down home all day. Right by my door. Hey, drive up. You got a flat come. Oh, you want it patch? I want it plug. And I push a plug in it. The plug, I charge you $10, $15 for the plug, $35 for the patch. And I could cool out all day. You know, when I went to Bermuda and I compare price, I said the U.S. Virgin Islands and Bermuda is the most expensive place in the world I ever traveled. Serious. I went into the store them in Bermuda. And that's why I tell people I travel all over the world. Not I went on the Asian side yet. Asia and Japan and them yet. But the majority of the world I've been around. And we is the most expensive poverty. People just comfortable, sucking salt. We got elected official, taxation without representation. They always could milk us. Find some way to tax us a little harder. They want to tax us. But they don't want to find the money to pay us that the government owes from 1990. And some of them, I was looking at all who in the Senate right now, people, about 5 to 6 of them, maybe more, that they owe, but you don't hear them say a myth about it. Gangster Brian said, well, listen, we give them some Peter Simon running. They tell me, some Fahie, you got to be grateful. At the least you're getting something. And I say, but the idiot, a man owe you over $60,000, $70,000, $80,000, and he give you to $3,000. You should be just happy and taxing it. And with no interest. But you should sing Kumbaya. These are supposedly intelligent people. You know why I call them? I said Momo. Educated Momo. intellectual misfit. Then people will say, Fahie ain't gonna respect. You hear what he calling the people them name? I call them what I see. You's a coward. You can't afford to call them name. You got to get on your knees and beg. I don't get on my knees and beg. No one. No, if I ain't got, I do without. That's how I look at life. That's why I could get up and speak freely without missing for word, without biting my tongue, without biting my lip, without thinking twice. Because me and the body plantation. I always decide I gonna look trades where I could feed myself. Where people gonna need me need them. I don't have to call. They gonna call me. And that was a great decision. Plus, when I was young, I used to go on construction site with my uncle M. So I know about hard work, working in the sun, turning concrete, turning mortar, lifting block, moving block, sifting sand. Yes, I grew up knowing how to work. And I set at the lane because I think most of the people were workaholic when I was young. They work, and save. They enjoy a penny. They work, and all of them dead. And work still here. So I look at that and I say, that ain't happening to me. Me, I couldn't know. I make a cutoff date. And people I've been on cruise control for a very long time. Very long. Very, very long time. I had a job, me and Fahie, a job, the best job in the world. Besides doing hard work, God gifted me the best job in the world. And I decided I leave in. And the people wanted to know if I was crazy. Same thing in the army. Said, hey, you don't make rank. The first sergeant give me a lecture. He said, boy, you don't make it. You won't be to the top in no time. I said, my son, I going home here. You can stay there talking that nonsense. So I left. That's one thing, me afraid to leave. Me none of them who get comfortable in no position. I don't get comfortable. Everything is for a time. People will get, what's a Democratic Party in the Virgin Islands? The people that won't go home. What part of the board of education? They should dismantle a board. I want to know what they getting a stipend or something. They don't need no stipend, people. I keep saying it. I know some of the people personally on the board of education. They should dismantle the board, disband it, tell the people, I just go. I ain't useless. Go. I go wonder what they're going to be doing. Do they go in every day? When they go in, do they get a stipend? That's what entice them to come. I don't know. And the parents then won't scream and say, get rid of these people. Some of them is highly educated educators. But ask me, what have they done for us lately to make things better for the student? The school them in deplorable condition. You don't hear them saying nothing. They only wait till the week when before school they say, well, we went to see that school ain't that good. But they still let the children and teacher go in it. I don't know. Oh, I have to talk about this one. It was brought to my attention yesterday. Because I went to Paul B graduation yesterday in the morning. From preschool to kindergarten, I think kindergarten, up to first grade graduate, to them who are in first grade. So last night I was doing something. So Oh, no, where I went. And I see my partner well dressed up, man. So I stop and I say, hey, why are you dressed to the T? He said, man, I went to my grandson graduation. So I said, he said, you don't see me? I said, no. I said, you don't see partner was there sitting next to me? He said, no, man. Oh, then he said, oh. I said, no, man, I went the morning. He said, well, I went the afternoon. You could tell me why. Oh, people should be ashamed of themselves because I said I'm going to talk about it. And I hope he call in and he show up. The slash that they got Valin Sal and I think them that they give the train them. They take it back from the children before they go buy new one each year. I was told, and I partner was ringing mad, that even before the trainer could go take picture, they take the you know the thing was a Valin Sal and I think them whatever they give the train, they take them back. These people should be, I tell you, all people are sick. These people need that's something they should let the child keep. They own it. Then they talk about young people looking to do. They own that. The Val, the Sal, the Anna student, them own that. That should be given to them upon graduation. Don't tell me education ain't got money to buy them thing. When the lay millions go back, these people should be ashamed of themselves. It's sad. You know the little slash while they go around the train neck. They're taking it off even before the train go take picture with the parents. And then these are the kind of things they don't want you to talk about. They should be shamed. That's why they never like Mr. Fahie. Them train on it, people. You know how proud them train could look back and say, well, you see, I want to buy out the sal. Oh, look, the annals I get. No, they say, bring it. Come, don't go home with it. I need to go sit down. That need to change. That really need to change. I hope that the individual that was speaking to me yesterday afternoon will come in the studio or call in. And so we could have this conversation so the people could actually hear it direct. Because ain't not Mr. Fahie making up. Partner was sharp, he addressed. And I you know me, I messing with him. And then he tell me, he said, I had to go off on these people on the Fahie. They actually take the slash back. The Anna thing then they take back. But then you know, I go up to Paul B, to my granddaughter thing, the morning for 9 o'clock. Now the senior citizen got a tramp, a senior tramp down in Frederick State for 10 o'clock. So you know Mr. Fahie, he got in. I leave Paul B and I drive down to Frederick State. When I get by Claudio Marcos School, I see her all over the place. So I said, what? Just driving. I said, what? Man, them senior people can't get crazy to tramp from up here and go downtown. But then I look and I see people going in the school and coming out like going in. And I said, what? The school got something. So then I go down and I said, me ain't going down on King Street. I don't go down on I going down on Strand Street. Because I figured the tram gonna be on Strand Street. So when I drive down, I look up, I see the people them up the road. So I cut back and I said, well, let me go down and park in the parking lot and walk back. So when I get to the tramp, he had a heap of people. He had about 2 male, all the rest were women. And the woman them having fun. The man them can't be found. He had about three, 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, 5 male. He had no heap of man though. So I go up to one of the lady and I say, hey miss. I said, man, the left hand don't tell the right hand what they're doing. She said, why? I said, I just come from Paul B graduation. And when I come down, I see Claudio got their store. And they got a tramp here. She said, oh, that's why it's so can't come because they got to the grandchild graduation. Now somebody should have said, listen, we're gonna organize this thing so the grandparents them go to their children graduation and we could keep this another day or something. Or but they keep graduation up east. They got one in west. If you got 2 child, 2 grandchild, you're in trouble. So I say, when these people are pulling the head out of the rain, the blind lady who could see in the dumb speaking for who could speak, when is it going to stop in the Virgin Islands? It's sad. 3 events taking place at the same time. Hello? You got your grandchildren them at 2 different schools. One east, all the way east, and one west, all the way west. And you want to go to the tramp to shake a leg, to lay down your blood pressure, to get some of the food they had. You know, just enjoy yourself, mix and mingle, and big them up, big up human services. Avril, enough respect. Because tomorrow now, the seniors having a throwdown at Kramer's Park. I ain't gonna forget that. We got Stanley playing tomorrow. So you go come up and shake a leg with Stanley, go in the water, take a sea soak. At from 11 to 4, I think they tell me. See, a lot of people, if you're listening to the radio, you won't know. 11 to 4 tomorrow, Thursday. You could go to a Stanley and shake a leg. But we got to put our sit down when we planning things and find out if other people got things planned too. We can't just wake up in the morning and say, well, I the boss. Because you know anyone could be boss. And I say gonna be like that. That's the mentality at the moment them we got in charge. Don't I the boss. You can't tell me what to do. Because they never had authority before. They pound the chest, and most of the time is ignorance. Because they're the boss. You know. It's sad. It's sad. Now, I'm going to get to something else because this one, I'm walking backwards today. You know, I go run in the morning, but right now, when I'm a tire flat, I know what's wrong with it. I got to end up going to the doctor or see what got it flat. But I go walk, I go run. You know, I go get up early in the morning. A monkey was up in a tree. The dog and the cat following me in the road in the morning. I go on the boardwalk all in the morning. But most I is sleeping. That's why I don't see me. And the bird and the cat and school children say, Fahie, you know the hotel that your company had owned? I say, yeah. It named Carambola. Well, this is what the school children, the dog and the cat, and the fish them who come up by the boardwalk tell me. They say a French company buying it. I don't buy it. And they're going to lay off all the local. They're bringing in their people to work. I said, you got to be crazy. The monkey said, no, I went in the tree. I heard them discussing it. I said, man, The monkey come down and say, no, I hear it. The dog and cat say, yeah. I was ready to laying down listening to them. In the school, children say, their parents tell them so because their parents working there and they're going to get laid off. They get rid of everybody. I said, well, I don't talk and think I ain't got no documentation on. Because they want me head. And then if I ain't got the documentation, they could back me up. They said, no. This, the fish, them and the dog, the cat said, no, this one guy. Plus the monkey was in the tree says so too. They say it's going to be an exclusive hotel. And guess what? We ain't going to be able to go down and use the beach. And we ain't going to be able to go on the property. So I waited. As I tell them, I don't protest no more, but I'll be protesting on that one. Because I had to explain to the dog and the cat, the monkey was up in the tree, the school children them, that because school children say they're going to talk a lot, say their parents is being affected. That St. Croix, U.S. Virgin Islands, is one of only 2 places in the world, that master ain't give the slave them the freedom. St. Croix, no master give us our freedom. The people rise up and take it. Master ain't had a choice. And if these French people come in here to try to put us back in slavery, so we can't go down on the beach, we can't go on the property, it's going to be an exclusive hotel. And all the local are going to lose their job. I waiting to see what Department of Labor, I waiting to see what the people in the authority going to do when it come, because I point them on notice because the monkey was in the tree, the dog and the cat, the fish by the boardwalk, in the school children them tell me that. And it's factual. And they say the people, some people in high position in authority know about it already. But everybody mum is the word. Because then they're going to think that Fahie let the cat out the bag. Well, I telling the people them, the cat need to come out this bag. It's a French company buying it. And they don't got plan for us. That's why I got on my Touré t-shirt today. I support Touré. Burkina Faso. Because he run the French people them out. So after they talk to me, I said, well, let me see what t-shirt I wear today. I had on here Shaka. I forget the guy name before him that his friend killed. And now they say Touré is look like he's a reincarnation of I forget the guy name. But somebody call me and tell me his name. That's why I wear my t-shirt today. Because all people got to wake up. If they come in here with that nonsense, go back to France. But as I tell the monkey too, and the school children them, well, the dog and the cat, they were there listening. I say, listen, in the Virgin Islands, where I live, where we live, cash is king. Cash is, you don't know who to trust. You don't know which one of them, when they grease their hand, gonna be Judas among us. They're skinning and grinning with us, and there's Judas. So, cash is king. I hope that it don't come to pass. But the monkey said he was in the tree. The dog and cat said they were there lying down. The bird said they hear it. And the fish said when they were by the beach discussing it, they hear it. So they tell me. The fish, dog, cat, the monkey, school children say, the bird them say, all these things will be behind me in the morning, you know. I gonna be out there quite early. All the bird catch the worm. Then they don't like me because I telling the people them what going on. As I said, and I'm gonna say it again, the people who take the val in the cell slash and the other stuff should be ashamed of themselves. Those young people on it. They get the grades, they on it. They should let them keep that for the rest of their life. That's something they should be proud of. Not before they even gonna take picture with the parents. They take it back. That is crazy. Okay. The number to call in if you want to call. Oh, we up on Facebook too. The number to call is 340-773-0390 or 340-773-0490. Because I still got a lot of things to talk about, you know. I come prepared to enlighten, educate the people, not merely talking facts. As you could see, the clown show in the donkey show have started. The process of elimination is taking place, and we have people crying out. You hear what I just said? The clown show and the donkey show has started. The process of elimination is taking place and people crying out. Where the heck I was? This guy showed and he, I know where I was. I ain't gonna say. Let me pull it up for somebody. Let me pull it up. And listen, as I tell people, I ain't a melee man. But people know I gonna stay informed and enlighten the people I want to listen to these people. I see something on my come up on my thing this morning today. And I was shocked. The person said they ate is the 8-year body. Because most of my friends gone. But this person, I'm very amused by this individual, but this person is very bold. Talking about 150 outfit, African outfit for $150. This and the person put up their face, this person bold. I wish them the best. But all I could do is smile. An African outfit. All the charge was $150 and they didn't get paid. No, that's all I could do is laugh. Oh, let me check this one. I gonna read. This is from WTJX, Virgin Islands Public Broadcasting. The disqualification caps a difficult month for this guy. The guy is 48 years old. I ain't calling a name. But they go on to say the guy is fitted with a GPS monitor in Jacksonville, Florida. I ain't gonna go on to the rest. But they want permission to travel to the territory to campaign. No, how that gonna work? You fitted with a GPS and want to come to the Virgin Islands to campaign. Florida don't play that mess at all. Florida, I gonna say the state where you don't cross the lane. And if you're black, they kill you. It's wrong. But the person aim himself in a registered voter in the Virgin Islands. So how could they run and want to come here to campaign you register in the Virgin Islands? You see these people? I tell you the Virgin Islands could go in the Guinness Book of Records once a week, every week. It's so funny. How could you want to run for an elected position? You're a registered voter in the Virgin Islands, you don't vote in the Virgin Islands. You don't see everybody say that the people of the Virgin Islands, they couldn't mono. Eh? I ain't even reading the whole thing. All I could do is smile. But look what happened to me this morning again. I go, I go out to get a tire fix. And I come back. No, a partner called me up and said, hey, you listening to the radio? I got a call coming in. Let me see. Let me answer this call. Line 2. Good afternoon. Welcome to the show.
Yeah, quick question. If they charge you $25 to fix your tire, how much do instead of female? Who know better?
But I tell you, I a jack all trade, you know. I didn't want to plug the tire. I wanted patch from inside. A Lamo tire, the big tire in the back for a riding Lamo. And it's a brand new dog I just get. Not a peon piece of machine. I don't buy peon thing. So I said, man, I went and find the whole market, everything, you know. I take it off the machine and I took it to get patch inside. The guy said, you have to come back now. Oh, so I went down the road. I said, well, I don't want to make some Johnny cake. But for $35, I could have pushed a plug in it and call it a day. Then I had to take it off the machine at all. But my pride, I didn't want to push it in there. So if a female guy, they might dig out her and charge her 80.
Right.
We got to be real, real, you know. If
one more thing before,
yeah.
One more thing before I go.
Yeah.
You've been for Rico, you've been in Isabela and Condado?
But I've been all over Puerto Rico. My brother used to live in Puerto Rico. My brother was in charge of the water system in Puerto Rico.
Okay. All them big hotels, Isabela and Condado.
Right.
They have access from the road to the beach. They can't block it up. They block up the hotel area.
Right.
They get a gate to get to the hotel. So they can't stop nobody from going on the beach. Well,
all elected officials, all of them got caught around that when you talk about that. Access to the beach. In some of the Caribbean islands, but you see, these foreign European people coming to the Caribbean and trying to set us back in slavery days. In other Caribbean islands, accepting that nonsense. But as I go say, St. Croix, not St. Thomas, is one and only 2 places in the world that run master. Master and give us our freedom. The people take it. So if they come here with that nonsense, I put them on notice because you hear I tell you the monkey were in the tree, the dog and cat were there laying down, the birds were flying, the fish then were there when they were on the beach, listening and the talking. It coming. They're laying off all the local. They're bringing in their own people. How that gonna work? Yeah.
Before I go, they gotta get some lessons online, something on Car Ibrahim Torre, and take the French out.
Well, I got any t-shirt. And yesterday I had on. Yeah, okay, good. Thanks for the call. Yeah, I got any t-shirt today. That's one of my leader. I only wear great people t-shirt, you know, with my who think like me. I got Malcolm X, I got Martin Luther King, I got any black great leader, you know, I got that man a t-shirt. I got them somewhere home put on. I proud to wear them. I don't wear people who kiss up to master. I wear people who stand up for a cause, stand up. Ain't afraid to die for what they believe in. Not people who turn coward and start bawling when you apply pressure. That's why you don't know who to trust. Not people who they could pay off secretly and turn Judas on us. They is not my leader. I got t-shirts say all my leaders have FBI files. Yeah, I think that's what it says. I got all of that t-shirt with a list of all of them, showing you the name, the prison number, you know what I mean? People, I proud to wear them kind of thing. It's sad, but I proud. Ain't much people proud like that. They want to satisfy master and try to satisfy. No, 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 no. Can't sell to master. I don't sell to master. I'm masterless. I proud to be masterless. Oh, yes. As I said, our local gonna be gone. He ain't got no job. If I rang, they could call and say, again, the public wrong information. The bird, the cat, the dog, the monkey, school children, the fish them, all feed them a wrong information. I ain't got the black and white yet. But all of them can be wrong. See, I just hit my thing via consortium. And it says Supervisor Caroline Fox said John Hope fell short of signature required. And Fred ticket was disqualified over his running mate voters' status. While independent petition, including Brett McCarthy, remain under review before June the 2nd. Oh, now I could talk about this. Smokey Fred. Smokey Fred have great, I love the guy today. He have good intentions. Every election year, he will throw his hat in the ring. He's a true soldier. I respect him. But I think this time, he will not a sleepy slow. I ain't gonna bash him because he's a true soldier. But he made a mistake this time. And as I said, I just opened the thing and I don't know where I click on it, VI Consortium. That's why I tell people, don't read for me. Don't tell me where it says. Tell me where I could find it so I could read it for myself. And is it VI Consortium talking about? John Hope, what you are running for? This Congress? I don't know. I'll tell you now. And they got both of them picture here. Two prospective 2026 candidates have been disqualified from the ballot, while the election system of the Virginia continue reviewing independent petition ahead of June 2nd. Certification deadline and preparation for Friday, casting a flat for candidates in the Democratic Party. The Democratic Party casting a ballot. Told the consultation, John Hope did not meet the minimum signature requirement for non-party or no party candidates seeking office. Only 3 signatures in St. Croix and 25 in the St. Thomas district, falling short of threshold required to proceed. The election system also disqualified the global former Senator Stephen Smokey Fred after determining that his running mate was not a registered voter. It makes it the candidacy ineligible. Okay. As I said, me on Bass Smokey, he like to run. He always got great points. But the people, Smokey must realize, he like me. Me running for nothing, but he like to run. And I applaud him. He got good intention. I applaud him. He speak well of the Virgin Islands. He would like to help the Virgin Islands. But the people don't like people who want to help. We got to be honest with ourselves. Numerous people tell me I should run for the Senate. Numerous people tell me I will win. And I tell numerous people, look in my forehead, straight up in my forehead, and tell me if there's a jackass written up there, if my mother get one in me. The people at the Virgin Islands don't like people who tell them the truth. Don't like people who call a spade a spade. The people at the Virgin Islands, like con artists, BS artists, and people who will ride them like a donkey. And when they start to cry, they ask them why you're crying for. That's who people like to vote for. People continue year after year after year to vote the same set of inept, do nothing, hyena grinning, deceitful, conniving lions come back in year after year after year. And then come tell me I could be in there and I could make a change. What change I could make? I only one. One against how much? It's 15 cents. How I gonna make a change? Yes. I might got to put my face in some of them mouth. Because I don't like no Judas, you know. And we got, you know, I was thinking, and this one gonna piss some people off, but me care. Because me hungry. I make some sauce drinks last night. I make it a little too long. I was careless. And I said this time when I went to get my tire fixed, the dude tell me come back an hour later. I went home and make some Johnny cake and I put my foot up on my table. And I was drinking my sauce juice and my Johnny cake that I make. So if I got flour, I could make thing, you know. I could make some Johnny cake fast. So I ain't got to go to the bakery. I could sit at home and eat. So I tell you something that's different from me and them. I could burn a pot. I could bubble a pot. I ain't waiting for nobody to come. And why I applaud Smokey. Some people like to run. Some people like to drink. Some people like to listen to music. Smokey like the fun to know he running. It make him feel good. Because he think he could help the people. They don't want to help Smokey. This is Fahie speaking. I deal with these people all the time. Smokey, Fahie been out there all alone by himself. Big up to Miss Harvey. Miss Harvey, who has owned Harvey's restaurant, used to come past sometime. She stopped with a cooler and give me juice and water. I alone. And I stand up for the people. Not for Fahie. Not for Fahie cheering them. For the people of the Virgin Islands. And none of them will come and stand up by me. None. And all is for the cause of the people. Like how do I hear about that? These people buying on there? And then when you go on the beach, you won't be able to come to the gate. I wait to, because trees going one eye almost there. I say I know I'm not going to protest no more. But when things like that happen, I bet I ain't going to get 5 people. I ain't getting 5 people to come out. They will call at the radio, say they're going to show up and never show up. But I don't be disappointed. You could check my track record. Don't mind these people talking to you. They stand for nothing. They duck and hide. I can't let them see me talking to you. They put fear in the people. I fearless. Any day my number could come. I could be proud to say, at the least I stand up and represent the people. People talking about the hospital. The hospital ain't people dead for years. I know when my uncle wife was there, I was there telling them, hey, if I don't work on her, she ain't gonna live the week. They said, oh God, I don't say that she could hear us. I said, well, I want her now, before she leave the land, that I stand up for her. Guess what happened? Exactly what I said is what happened. She did. And guess what? I'll never forget this as long as I live. I go down to Home Depot and I telling a man about this, about what I encounter in the hospital with my uncle wife. The man started to cry. I will never forget that. The man said to me, crying, he said, Fahie, that's exactly what happened to my mother. The man tell me that straight up. So when I hear people talking about people dying in the hospital, ain't going on today and ain't stopping. That's like what raping the people for years. They ain't got no solution to stop nothing. What? Tell me. I know most of the senators of them. I know most of them. Some thin skin. Some push their head up like they're smelling, you know why we ain't gonna clean. And I told them I ain't gonna clean it. What is these senators going to tell us that they could do for us? Some of them been in there 4 or 5 terms that they could do now for the people of the Virgin Islands that they didn't do before. My God, hey, let me tell the people about this too. I see my boy Kenny Sunday. Sunday was the unfolding of the thing for the 911 people. I down in West, Kenny came to it. Big up to Kenny, Novel was there, and I think Clifford was something. I see Kenny. Me and Kenny attack all the time. That's why I tell Kenny when you were bringing the mobile, I'm going to beat you on the radio every time I got a mic. I tell him so. Because I ain't got no shame, and I ain't going behind your back to say something what I can't tell you to your face. Me ain't that type of person. Me talking behind your back, and then you come confront me, and I play like me and say, no, you got the wrong guy. What I say behind your back, I'll tell you to your face. Say, no, I tell you. Me and them who go play hide and seek. Me no hide and seek person. As I said, when I come here in my bed, and I could cook, I could decide what I want to eat when I want to eat it. And if I can't cook it, I could go buy it. I see Kenny down there, and I talking to this guy. I tell the guy, I say, you see Kenny over there? He don't come by me or no? He don't come by me. Because every time I get a mic on the radio, I beat him. Because I say, you're a dummy. He bring a dummy bill, and I tell him he like it, and he don't bring it. It was affecting the senior people that the government owe from 1990. They can't get the money. They didn't get the 2023 tax yet. But he bring a bill to charge them $1,500 fine. And if they can't pay it, the government could pay a lien on the land and the property. And he running this here, and them is the same people he going to ask for vote. How dumb could he be? I tell the guy so. I say he don't come talk to me. Well, I was wrong. Fahie was wrong. Kenny came and talked to me. And I tell him, I say, I thought you never want to talk to me. He said, no, man. Don't let that get between us. Because he know I was right. He know I tell him I'm going to do it. Me like the little, I won't say it on the radio, running wrong. Tell people they're going to do something, don't do it. I tell Kenny get him every time I get a mic, I'm going to beat him. Because he crossed the line. I didn't even know he had in the bill to find the people in $1,500. I didn't know that. I didn't know he had a lien on the people if they can't pay. The government could put a lien on the property when the government owe the same people. And this he going to run to beg the people for vote. How that gonna work? You don't see me, mama? He ain't got no respect for the people. Unless he drinks something, I know he gonna drink. He maybe had mumu juice and stupid bush tea with mixed with crucial rub. I don't know. But he did come and talk to me. That's like when the guy went and tell you that I said me I'll vote for you again. And he come talk to me and tell me I talk about it. I tell you, just refresh my memory. Let me tell you what I said. I tell you, he said, I thought me and you were friends. I said, me and you is friend. That's what I tell you so to your face. And I know who went and tell you. The same cockroach. And I noticed he went and tell you. It was only 3 of us there. Sometimes I know who ain't tell you. I don't care. I say it. Me backing down. You know, people in the voice, they'll come say out behind your back and when you confront them. I didn't say that. That ain't me. No. I say it. And I tell you what I said. Let me repeat it. Since you refresh my memory a little bit. Let me open the memory bank and tell you what I said. So now you hear it from me. You hear it from a second-hand party. How much people could tell people them kind of thing? You know when people hate me? As they see me buy the blood cocaine. But guess what? My ain't cocaine. My daughter give me a hammer. I gotta be out in the breeze, boy. Wow, they're swinging and I sleeping like a top. You ever try a top? And when you try it, she go sleep. She just turn it, we call it the top gone to sleep. You're from the old school, you know nothing about no top. I got one I buy it in Dominica with the car wrap up around it. When I see that, I say, I got to buy this. Hello? But let me get back to certain things now. Let me go back and read some of VI Consortium stuff. Enlightening, educated people. Don't feel bad, you know. I could call in. If I ain't want to call, more power to I. See this one here? The Senate majority leader said future nominee should be questioned more. Wait. For stronger vetting of commissioners and directors under next administration. Listen, for years, they get some dummy commissioner, some puppet, walk around with Carib lasso or baboya lasso around the neck. There is no vetting. You get puppet. When you pull the string, the puppet move. Court, you know better. There is no venting court. More rigorous and judge on their plan. Which plan? How you listen, court? Me, you cool. A good example. I'm glad you talk about this so I could read it for the people. A man who come through education, come up in education, went to UVI to get a PhD in education, people. They put it in charge of labor. What the thing that is? They put him in charge of labor. The man work on the PhD, come through education principal, maybe superintendent, maybe, yeah. And they put him in charge of labor. Innovating, all you got to be is a, what you call it? A political prostitute. You dance here, dance there, sing for your supper. And you keep your head up the rear end. And they find a job in gear, find a position in gear. Innovating. None. We got to be real with the people. But I'm glad you spoke about it. So that next legislature take a far more rigorous approach to confirming commissioner and director chosen by the next governor. Court, all of them a friend. You know how the Virgin Islands go work. No venting, no nothing. All they do is bring the friend who is a clown, who you know is a kiswa, with the head up the rear, and they give them a job. A big paying job, some of them dumb. Oh, I know it's something I got to talk about. Yes, I write it down too. I thank you for going. I want to jump up now. I want to talk about this one first call. In which cabinet nominees are approved largely to help a new administration get started. Court, they didn't care. Hear what I say. A lot of time when you're in the Senate, you give the benefit of doubt to the governor. Mr. Vele said. So whoever they send down for commissioner, you usually say, well, I'm going to approve those individuals because I'm going to work with the governor to give them a chance to establish a cabinet. Court, they choose the dummy friend. We all know that. And the Senate go along with it because they might need a favor from the governor. I didn't know how the VI go work. I ain't caught in a wrong nothing. They get a set of rejects. I got some department going to help because the person you know whether they're going east or coming west. Nobody questioning them who appoint them. The legislature just as bad, gain dominant bad. And then say, oh well, that's the governor who the governor sent down. No, don't vote for them then. That's why I can't be a senator. You send a dummy in front of me, the dumb telling the dumber telling the dumb to tell who know what to do. And the place going to hell. And because the governor sent them down, you give them the nod. No, I disagree. And I ain't gonna agree with that nonsense. Wait, let me read this. Yeah. We now say, no, we're going to full vet these individuals. Who is we? Which we? You gonna vet them, then they ain't gonna like you, like how they ain't like me. But no, call. That ain't gonna work. We're going to recommend that you send somebody else down. By you may be one of these people take you out. Only you gonna be on that side of the fence court. Me, you gonna be the same. And then he said the territory needs agents, leaders who are prepared to do more than manage department in the usual way. Cause where you find them, all of them juggling now for position behind candidates, so they could get the next big job. As I tell me, I want a big job. I went school be number one and number two business. I good at it. I don't even think they'll be plumbing and electrical lights no more. I don't know. You got a board? Somebody could call me and tell me if you got plumbing board or electrical board. I don't know. I don't work no more, so I won't know. We need individuals in every single department who are going to be transformational, who is going to be creative. Cause how they're going to be creative if they dummy? They can't see beyond the nose. They only know they get a job because the governor give them the job. And we have to make sure that they're going to prove that to us. And let us know what they ain't got no plan. If I come to you and you say you don't give me a job, I don't need a plan. I know I gonna get I got to look at this thing and read it when I go home. They ain't gonna happen. Cause you go stay singing that song. When I see you on television too, they put a heap of dumb people in position. I'm gonna talk about some soon. Don't worry. I hear till 430 people. Oh, wow. Anyway, listen, we got to stop playing the people at the volume for idiot. Konomono in idiot. Judas bring a bill and I see bold question who follow through on the bill. People, this is Fahie speaking and this is factual. You could check it and look it up. Another, what is it? Equestrial Center. $900,000 to build. Oh yeah, let me look that one up. It was on Facebook. The equine school. Now I'm not against it, but listen to I factual. They're gonna say crucial against everything. No. Common sense and stupidity. Oh no, close. Is why you're talking about in the mix. No, it's right there. John Hope, I'm gonna get back to that. Woman left unconscious and leaving. Okay, not that one. Rule committee to send. We're going with this student mental health again. They need to go sit down when they won't build the mental health, the behavior place and also. Oh, Equestrian Center. Construction begin on St. Croix Equestrian Center, paving way for youth training within 6 months. This is why I want to talk to the people about. It sounds good. It sounds good and it is good. But people, we got to be honest with ourselves in real. I agree. It could help the youth them. I see a house man there with somebody on a house. It happened Tuesday. Equestrian Training Center in St. Croix. Magna start up a project. Officials say will give young riders a safe, structured place to train while helping preserve the territory horse culture and build pathway into agriculture, animal care, mentorship, and the racing industry. Listen, the law said they must teach agriculture in school. They ain't doing it. You want to tell me you can get some seed, some dot, the government got land all over, and get the training from pre-K. I say pre-K. Let train like to plant in water and see the fruit them come off. Give them a couple seed and plant something they ain't teaching them. But why I gonna talk about this school, this thing? And they could say I a critic. Me got my head up my way and I went school clean while come out of it. And I don't let people it's a sound good thing, but at the end, it's a disaster. And I'm gonna show you why. It said again $900,000 to build it. 900,000 to build. What about the money to maintain it? To pay the people after you done build? Because it happened before. Let me show the people everything will be rosy. They're going to build it, they got 900,000. You have to teach, you have to pay people, you have to maintain the place. They ain't put no money in there for that. And what make me say that? Remember, they bring a lady from the States, I forget how much thousand she was getting, to teach the same thing down in the prison. Ask them what happened to that program for the prisoners and where the woman is today. The house them, where the house them over down there. They act stable for the house them. The woman there, ask them. Ask them what happened to the bus for human services, where they get a grant to buy a bus to go around to the community. But they ain't put no gas in, no thing for gas. They ain't put nothing for the driver, and they ain't put no overtime a pay for the people to work on it. So you're gonna pack up and rot in. That's facts. That's why I talk about this. And we also have a new bus at the prison. A big, beautiful blue bus. They ain't got a driver. They get a bus, They get the money to purchase the bus. They ain't got no money for maintenance. They ain't got no money for gas. They ain't got no money to train the driver. So guess what again? The bus gonna be packed up and just rotten. Where we going? Everything sound good and look good. Let me give the people a good example. Remember the fish market down at Lorraine? I used to ask any fisherman. I know the fisherman them. I used to just drive in and get whatever fish I want. The fisherman them used to be on the side of the road selling fish. Right there by Sunny Head. They said they had to get off the road. They must go to the fish market. Down in Lorraine. Oh yeah. They forced the fishermen them off the road. Send them to Lorraine, the fish market. As I said, when that happened, I never see a fish market what anybody to see wherever I travel. The only place with a fish market inland was St. Croix by Lorraine. That's fact. Go look. Go Barbados, Antigua, St. Statola. See if they have fish market inland. The fish market today is closed down. The fish market today on St. Croix is closed down. The man them back by the side of the road or wherever they could sell their fish. A failure. Then I went to find out after I talked to the fisherman, the man gonna tell me I listening to the people. I got to the guy who in charge. Because I know the guy. The man got attitude with me. I like, you for real? I put my tongue on it, but I just leave here. I said, brother, okay. I leave here. I rest it down. I couldn't believe it. The man done telling me. I listening to the people. I talk to the fisherman them because I buy fish from them. I go find out well what going on so I could tell the public. But because they get a big job, they forget where they come from. They ain't gonna be there forever. Everything is only for a time. I didn't care. Look at it today. It locked down tight. No fisherman in there selling, maybe one or two. It closed down. It used to have a whole lot of fishermen there selling fish. It closed. Then they get attitude with me because they got a big walk. In mummifying and a big walk. That's what I got to tell you about my people. And I know the guy personally. That man shocked me when he tell me that. I like, wait, I listening to the people. Mister, I go buy fish from the fisherman them. Me. Go and ask them. Ask any of them. Who used to ask them. Yes, I could go there penniless. Penniless. And say, hey, all I got to do is show them what I want. Because yes, sometimes every day I buy from them, every other day. The fish market in Lorraine is closed down. You don't hear nobody saying nothing about it. Everything quiet, quiet, quiet. And then they don't like me. I problem. Mister, somebody got to be the thorn in the side. Everybody can't be the puppet. Everybody can't be the kunumuno with a carib lasso or baboya lasso around the neck. And you tell them don't rein back. Just follow me. How the blind gonna tell me he leading me? That's what happening here. They get 900,000 to build this thing. But they ain't got no money for no maintenance. They ain't got long range planning. When you see the place, they're going to run down, go to hell. Look at the bus, as I said, for health. Look at the bus for the prison. It is factual. Ain't that I talking it down. Every election coming up, everybody want to profile. Oh, you want to see we do this, we do. Why are you doing? Look, complex school. Going to spend 224 million not to rebuild, to remodel school. Not rebuild, you know, remodel. Where in the world you hear? Where in the world you hear they're going to build a bathroom for $1 million? And that's okay. A bathroom. Then people tell me they got to build it up the wall, build up this. I want to know if all people in Mumu, a bathroom, not a house, for $1 million, people. I tell them everything and they better be 24 karat gold. You don't have to touch nothing. the water come out by itself, toilet flush, the gold, every toilet is make out of gold. 1 million. And that's okay. You don't see me crazy? But in the Virgin Islands, they got more crazy people. Because they got bad, you know they're crazy. That's facts. If you want to join the conversation, yes, I see you got a few people up on Facebook. Thank you all. And you know, I always talk in facts. I don't talk hearsay. Like, our reading where Cod was talking about the same contract for the husband name. See, they got a beautiful picture here with people, even without a formal program. Or ACOR, yeah. You talk about the Jackie Demi help. Yeah, I agree. I see Riddick were there. Shamari Haynes were there. Training center will not only develop Jackie skill, but will also expose young people to agriculture. Shape, tourism, recreation, animal care, workforce development. Bill says, Robert, MCN, Bill, and Miss Andrews. But as I tell people, me knocking it down, you know. We need things for young people to do. But look at the past. We don't learn nothing from the past. We build a big, nice place, and then we ain't got no money to maintain it. Have anybody stop and think about that? Governor Albert Bryan said children in the territory need access to a wide range of experience beyond academic if they are to develop their full ability. I agree with that. But then again, it. Yeah, why? What? Somebody, this thing clicking. I don't know who the trainer them is. Who pay and hire trainer? I don't know if they got the money for that. That's what I'm speaking about. They got the money to build. Do you have the money to maintain, to buy equipment, to pay the people them? I don't know. They're bringing a woman from the States. The last I know for the prison, the woman done jump ship. So where is the hostel that was at the prison? Where's the equipment that was at the prison? Who got them? Nobody asking these type of questions. These are the things I'm speaking about. That nobody will ask. People are afraid to ask about that. I ain't afraid. How they know the trainer them qualify? I don't know. How they know we getting the best, the bang for the buck? I was reading, yes, I just see this thing come up. I was reading where now they're talking about opening heads for generation. These people is nothing but a set of gangster. All the time heads were there. They're going to buy the, listen, the Virgin Islands people, the highly intellectual them that we got, who are embarrassed the people of the Virgin Islands. Now they come up with another scam that, yeah, I just thank this person for sending it. I know if they just read it, but I see it before about when we start citing power generation, investor interest in federal support. Power generation, people. FEMA gave WAPA a ton load of money to build new plan. But now they're coming through the back door and tell you, well, down there, Port Hamilton, going to open sign power generation. Who the people talking to? They just get some money to go buy some new generator. You don't see they're going to take us for idiot? full attack in full no listen. But they continue to ride us people. Think about it. They tell you change all your light bulb, get energy saver, you're gonna save money, you don't save a cent. So when they put in new generator, they go to propane, we gonna say we save a penny. Now they tell you they're going to buy some new generator. These people got to be idiot. And think everybody drink mumu juice and stupid bush tea like them. It's sad. It's, you know what? Let me look up something to read to the people then. To hear how them bamboozling us with pure BS. But generate what? Citing power generation. I keep telling we until they get rid of all them people in Wapa. Who they running wrong top ranking? Nothing gonna change. And team is currently in dialogue with the Water and Power Authority about ways that we can work together as a neighbor on the island and work for the common good of producing power. FEMA just give money. Go buy your own generator and build your own thing, Wapa. I don't scam us through the propane conversion. Don't scam the people. No, I ain't talking about going up there with Port Hamilton. He shared that generating more electricity ultimately reduce the cost. Anybody with common sense know that. We ain't that stupid. We can make it cheaper for ourselves at the refinery, but also for the people on St. Grace said. This is a backdoor operation to get back in. Well, we're going to make the way on the higher power, it's going to be cheaper and what percent higher. Soon as they hook up, they're going to say, the A for the people, A for WAPA. Yeah, what I say? This, however, will only be possible if the refinery opens. What about the people down at the refinery? That the people contaminate the place, dirty up their system. Yeah, as well as President Trump gonna want his cut. If you own an oil refinery, you're pretty happy about that. Trump ain't care. The black people live don't win. He gonna get his cut. If a few hours dead, he don't care. But the people vote for you, so. You know. I say a few black people there didn't care. I got to read something though. And I have to, as I said, if you want to call, you go call that 773-0390 or 340-773-0490. And you can call in and speak about anything you want. Graduation coming up. I continue to battle for the children who want to learn a skill. Oh, yeah, let me look up something here. Because definitely, God could be the talking. On the Southland deal cannot be approved as written. Anybody with common sense except the gangster them who pushing it should know that. Anybody with common sense who read it and think it's in the best interest of the Hasman them got to be a lunatic. Now I say that, you could cost me, I don't care. It never happened. Yeah, the promise cheap electricity to promote the opening of house, it never happened. The promise when the propane going, it was gonna be cheap, it never happened. The promise when you got energy saving everything, It never happened. How much strike you out? 3 strike? God, how much they got the Virgin Islands people are now? 50 strike? And they still bananas with BS. Tell us, wait, be patient. It's gonna happen. Like I was laughing. Like the little, I always will talk about this. The little panel them they had on the pole said it was going to be some solar panel. I see someone that come out the pole in West coming back on the road. They got a few. I see one some other place that I could do it. Like. So what I just killed that project. The people them get the money in Ghana. What happened to it? I tell them the hurricane won't blast the thing they tell me now. So the hurricane take off a lot of the panel them and Wapa just shut down the project. The people then get paid. Nobody talking about that one. Nobody saying nothing about that at all. What is my people problem? You know? And back to Smokey. Smokey is a good guy. He got good intent. But Smokey, you will not have to be slow. And you don't have to, you can hold your head up. Anybody intend to make a mistake. Yes. This morning I listened to you and you were talking about being a writing candidate now. But if you're a writing candidate for Governor Smokey, then who is your lieutenant governor? Is a team. This is a team thing, not a one-man show. You have great intent. I listened to your proposals, some of them, but they never. And I saying it, not to bash you. I is a realistic guy. They never want you to be governor. The people at the voice like to be oppressed, like to be like gangster and bandit in a Nazareth about to lead us. People who clean ain't gonna happen. People who want to be honest to the people because it's about the people they don't like. They don't like me because I go call a spade a spade. I see some of them political prostitutes up and down running what you call it? Jackie for position right now as I speak. And I tell people I can't go away now because the clown show and the donkey show just starting up. You know, the process of elimination is taking place. While I just kicking back, relaxing, and cruise control. All people, that's all people. Oh, you know what? I was supposed to bring something and play something for the people, you know, but I forget it home. I forget it. I was supposed to play today. You know, school closing now. Last year, the guy said he had 30 million to fix school. I hear he saying nothing now. He got a mom. He didn't get the money last year, so he couldn't do nothing. I wonder if he get released, that they could give some children some summer job and contribute to the people. I wonder if he could. Last year he didn't get the money. He didn't come back and say nothing. Yes, Smokey did have that, but they unqualified them. So Smokey was saying they could write him in this morning. But I guess that's why I said, but it's a teamwork. If the write in, well, usually I ain't gonna say because he might be the lucky one because they're gonna say rating don't win, but he might be lucky. Right, yes. Right, that's right. You know. And I remember the same partner Smokey was choose as the partner. I like what? I remember the day I come on the radio and they specifically tell me if you can't do not let him on the radio. And this man ring the phone all afternoon. And I had to tell the man, you don't have nothing to do go outside, you find something to do. They say you can't talk on the station. Respect the owner. The man get another radio station chastising me. Like I care. In my radio station, they say, don't call, don't call. Go find something to do, go outside, go play. You know, I don't know. Some people just don't get a message. Now he makes Smokey look, you know, but Smokey shouldn't feel no way. Like I tell him, two people I know gonna show up. Donna Star and Smokey. Smokey got good intent to try to help the people. But the people them got turn against people who want to help them. The people like to be oppressed. I saying it. They vote the same failure them year in and year out. And then I ask them, what have they done to make the vote better in the last 2 years? Nobody could answer me. None. But they'll vote them back in. Embarrass some more. I'm telling the people. Don't mind these people, you know. They're voting the same people them in. And the only people who you don't get back in is them who running for higher office. If they run again, they get back in. The rest get back in. Does that make sense? No. It don't. But to us, it do. And that's sad. How could our people continue to bawl and then vote the same people in over and over and over and over? Then they tell me, well, you shouldn't be out there talking. You should put your hat in the ring. Which hat? I don't wear a hat. Put the hat in the ring. I asked them if they see my mother get an idiot. Amy, you always talking. I free to talk. I should be free to talk. You can't talk because you singing for your supper. You can't open your mouth. You first thing you know what I mean? I don't know, brother. I don't know. You know, I don't know about my people. I was really listen. I gotta look at all kind of thing all over the world, all over the world, and I was looking at. I was watching on Facebook where in Trinidad, uh, where the police them was uh, the police them in Trinidad shoot up a car. But the joke, it's funny, you know. The commissioner come out with his defending the police them to the teeth. How the guy in the car opened fire on them and he went on. But the thing about it, there was camera in the business them around the street right there. They didn't know the people have had the video. It to me a jokey. The commissioner, and he's still standing by the police them today. Sometimes I got to know when to fold and say, hey, I made a mistake. And we watch the tape and we go from there. But you can't come out and talk nonsense and the video show you complete different. So I was laughing and saying, wow, when the place, when they realized it had camera and the camera videotaped them come wrong, the dude that he had out the window, they opened fire on me anyhow. Now they flip the story. After they got a video or no, they said his girlfriend in the car who shoot he. The girl said, I never touch a gun in my life. And the video is there clear to see people. When they realized it had a video, they said, we got to move the car. All the excuse, all the statement the commissioner make, the people in protesting now, I think they got some SOS where they can't protest. They got restriction, probably because the people are kicking up, they see the injustice, the killing an innocent man. But people, you know what really ought me? The guy take off and the police were chasing him. The police tried to stop him, he take off. I agree. He run from the police. People asking, the girl must tell them why he run. And I say, but the Momo, she in the man here to know why he stopped, he take off. She was in the car, yes, but she didn't know why the man run. Plus they had them, what happened before? No. Anything happened before, when they show up in their open fire and they say he was shooting at them, not knowing that the store them had video, camera, record them live. The man hand out the way, he two hand, not one. And they just come and light the car up. And people asking, when I gonna say, but these people got to be crazy. Oh, why you run? What happened before? When they come, the man surrender. The man has surrendered whether he run or he run. When they show up, his hand was empty and it was out the window. But they didn't know the camera them behind them had them. They coerced their own story. The dude was shooting at them. So the people them in Trinidad got crazy. Saying they want, then the police them get smart. They charge the girl with all kind of charge. Said, no, we kill it. The girl shoot it. All kind of charge. I said, but these people got to be crazy. The video is there to show what happened. Not what happened before. He take off, he gone. When they show up, after the car run the ditch, the guy surrender. They choose to shoot up the car. That's the mentality of some of the people here. The police them right, he shouldn't have run. Well, in America, you don't got to run. You're going to do everything they tell you to do. And the police say they'll kill you because you're black. That's facts. Like the man up in the States where the man put the thing on Facebook. In this moment, I don't know how they got the video in charge, you know. He get them arrest the man for 37 days. 835,000 I had to pay the man. And he's still saying he right. And they say, no, brother. That man didn't do nothing wrong. You violate the man's constitution right. That's free speech. You could have put it up. And then he said, oh, he threatened people. They said, well, bring the people them. Who report? Come bring one. He can't have one yet. These are the kind of mumu that are in charge. Down here we are got them who pound the chest. I the boss, who you think he is? Come talking to me like that when he don't see who I is. But they know everything is only for a time. You gonna be boss forever. Somebody else gonna come and be boss. And then you're gonna be singing for your supper again. That's the sad part about it. You know, I got to applaud these people who are on Facebook listening, enough respect. You know, and I got to thank Peggy Moorhead for affording me the opportunity to come on and speak to the people openly with no interruption, no time limit, free to say what I want to say without being interrupted, telling the people the true facts about everything that's going on. And I want, like I want Complex next year not to have a graduation in their gym because it ain't conducive for the people. It happened more than once where they had to lock the gate. People outside with invitation couldn't get in. I think that they need to fix that one. I think that they need the balance in the honor student them when they give them the little ribbon, the little slash. The train should be able to keep it because they own it. Not take it back before the train could take picture with the parents. How that sound? And then they say, I talking about, yes, for grown people to be so narrow-minded. When it said Valence Sal, how much that will cost? They want me to donate to for them? Give the train them it. They own it. Take about donation to buy new one next year. Don't rob the youth them. They could go home and hang it up and always look back and say, yeah, on there, you know. You don't know where life might lead for these children. And these are brilliant minds, young minds. You know. As I said, I have to congratulate all the graduates, all UVI from pre-K up to UVI. Congratulations to everybody. It's a momentous occasion. You know. I don't like graduation. When they tell me, oh, you got to go, I said, no, send it in the mail. Send it in the mail. They said, Fahie, we got to go. They come back and say, boy, they treat us nice. I said, brother, I don't want to go. I don't like to sit down and stay, sit down and wait. Long graduation. Down here, I got the longest graduation. I went to the States to my daughter graduation, 1 hour, in and out. I think I went to her cousin graduation too. I think, yeah. 1 hour, in and out. 1 hour. When they say the hour, the next class marching in. Down here, every dog, cat, and the mother got to get up and say something. But they wasn't around when all the year, you know. But they come on the stage and they got 3 hours graduation. Talking everybody, dog, cat, and the mother got to talk. They should go to the States and see how graduation operates. You'll see you in and out 1 hour. I go home. You know. But we like it how it is. We want to change nothing. And people, we have to change. Change must come. The way the Virgin Islands running, if we don't change, we're in trouble. You see that? This was yesterday. The ice pepper spray, a Sydney United States Senator in a parking lot on Memorial Day. I don't care. Them Gustavo for the orange man. Wow. Only in the VA. People, I'm here looking over some stuff. In the VA is unbelievable. Yeah, I was thinking and looking for some people who want to just travel into the world, who just want to travel and go up and down. You know, the people who just want to travel and who just want to travel into the world instead of staying here, fussing and fighting, listening to follow. You know, a lot of people want to get in this race, but they ain't got a clue. Oh, I see that St. Greg got a lot of a mango tree again. Mango all over the place, all over, all over. This is awesome. You groundbreaking ceremony for the Voice Island Training Center, Eco Training Center. Everything look good. I agree. We need something for that for the young people. But after the opening, after you're done building, what are you going to do to maintain it? That's my question. What are you going to do to maintain it? We just build everything good. We got the money to build. Like I spoke about the buses, uh, help got one, the prison got one, but they ain't got no funding for gas. They ain't got no funding for maintenance. They ain't got funding for the driver them. So the bus them just stay there rotten. It's crazy. You know, um, I'm here looking at some stuff. That's why I ain't talking to too much to the people because, as I tell the people, election coming up. Name some people on withdraw. Some don't withdraw the the game plan. Okay, now let me go and I ain't knocking nothing. As I said last week, I talk about the wait, let me look at this one here. Rules Committee sent full bill to session covering public honor, student mental health, and clean energy financing. Mental health instruction. These people need to go sit down. These people wasting government time and money. They ain't got not work to do. We continue to pass bill for K through 12 that don't get enforced. They will tell you, oh, we passed the law. We don't enforce them. That's the executive. Why pass something you're not in on work? They get 3 million in the 32nd, 4 million in the 33rd. They get 2.6 million, I think, on some grants to build a behavioral building and also nothing was done. Nothing. Then they get the 18 million. They did nothing, spend up the money. Why is all elected official? They ain't got no sense. They ain't got no work. The people them ain't got no place to go. While we got money. I'm telling the people, right in Anna's Hope, where the prison was right there by the road, they clean it out for that reason. They had to go look a place. It was there. It's still in bush. And these idiots talking about mental health. Look how much mental health people on the road. They ain't got nothing to do. All they got to do is go look. So they had the money, I tell you the 30. I got the document. Novel were pushing that. I think that was 2018, 2019. But they ain't do nothing. And then the one, the white people are complaining. Why they going about mental health? Mental health, well, the name change it to behavioral health and the thing for Novel in court. The 32nd and 33rd legislature. 7 million. And they had, I think, couple grant and up to 2.6 million. They did zero. They get the SP money. Nothing happened. They start spending it down. Nobody saying nothing. But election time coming up, oh, I'm working on mental health for the students, this student. Them need mental health for themselves. To be thinking everybody fool at all, but fool at listen. Anyway, as I say, you could call it 340-773-0390. 340-773-0490. Mental health. We need some place to house the people, man. You know, at least assist them in some way. Don't come blame me the people because of the election time. I know that's what the people like to hear. You tell them a fool what you want to hear, he won't be happy. But fool not talk, fool not listen. Fool not talk, but fool not listen. You know, it's crazy. Yeah, wherever you're in there, listening, I don't come with facts. I don't come with fiction. I don't come with lies. Like today, I put them on notice that my farmer hotel that my company buy, no, that I get it from the man, is selling. And they're going to terminate our locals. They're going to an exclusive hotel. We won't be able to go in there, go down on the beach, no nothing. But that should never happen on St. Croix. The forefather before us who died, who get tired put around the neck because they stand for something and light, should never let master come back in with that mentality, dictating where we could go and where we can't go. Because we only two places in the world where had slaves that master didn't free. The people take the freedom. Haiti and St. Croix. Two places. And if all people nowadays could let revert back to master, cracking the whip on them, and they're humble, better for them. I have nothing to say to them because they like it so. I don't like it so. I will never subdue. I don't protest, but I think that if this show up, I got to go out in the street. Because people are saying, oh, I'm going to come. Fire coming to join you. But they never show up because they is covered. They never come. They stay there telling you what they want to do, but never do it. Pure blamey. That's why I don't study them. I don't go do what I want when I want. I tell people so all the time, I dance to my own music. It's sad that too much can. Too much people can't dance to their own music. Too much people can't. Listen, today, I asked Smoke, he said that they should give a chance to redeem himself. To redeem himself. But I think the deadline done passed. I think, and he said, well, he gonna be a writing candidate. But I don't think, I think what happened is, no. Oh, Bulquist bringing this bill. I ain't gonna comment. Providing mental health education and instruction. Bulquist, I need to stop. I'll never like me because I'm gonna call I out. Provide mental health education and instruction for the proposed legislation help provide students with an important tool related to their emotional wellness, with resilience, coping skill, and support. Supportive relationship, not only with their peer but with adults as well. You believe this? He got to be. He ain't got nothing to do. He ain't got a thing to do. They can't get him teach financial literacy in school, swimming in school, agriculture in school, uh, culture, financial, swimming, agriculture. About 10 things I leave the thing in my car. Now we come in by them as well. Provide mental health education. Bulquist go sit down. People don't tell you when I doing nonsense. Then I pressure go up when I talk about you. Wasting people time. Sound good. Education will support that. Who you talk to? And the election coming up. You know, people are telling me, well, you criticizing, you should run. I intend to criticize idiot. If everybody run, it won't got, if everybody go on the field of play, it won't got nobody to correct the referee when they call in bad card. So I don't know what will be wrong with these people. And they'll tell you what a wonderful bill it is. And please. It's for Momo. Who gonna listen to idiot? I think it's a wonderful bill. I think it's another waste of taxpayer money in time. That's what I think. And that's my opinion. You feel proud of your bill? I feel proud to say, because I got a list of all the buildings they won't teach. Oh, well, I know that he ain't gonna win, but he like to run. So if a man like to do something, he should do it. He said right here, ain't no, as I tell him, ain't no right-in candidate ever come close, quite to win. None. But that's what he was. And I keep saying, if you're running for governor and the right-in, and thing happen, suppose he win, then who gonna be lieutenant governor? This is question people ain't asking Smokey. Not that I beaten Smokey. If a man like I like to run, I'll get till the tire them look like they're getting flat. You know, if you got a couple of years and they change the tire, then they're gonna get flat. My wearing out. But Smokey like to run. That's what make you happy. Run, Smokey, run. Don't be discouraged. I won't beat you on that. But I know what causes this problem. You learn from that. You won't do that again. You'll vent your running partner before you're gonna make an announcement and put it on your thing. Well, I know your partner ain't gonna be accepted. But Smokey probably couldn't find nobody else. You know, too much. I know he probably couldn't find nobody else. So he said, well, listen, I asked Partner, he said he gonna run. Partner didn't tell you background. He what? There's something on the flame. The keeper of the flame. Which flame? That flame out. He just embarrassed Smokey. So he no keeper of no flame. The flame out. They take the oxygen from the fire. It out. It can't walk. Smokey just regroup. Reel and come again. You win some, you lose some. In sports, you win some, you lose some, you know. You're going to win all. And that's what I'll be telling people about life. You're going to win all at all. So, the keeper of the flame has been out. I applaud Smokey for picking you. But what he did is got Smokey backpedaling, got to answer a lot of questions from people that he shouldn't have to answer. He cast down Smokey. You know. He I don't know, brother. I won't do nobody that. Yeah. So if he and I'm saying again, as I said, the people who take the Valencial slash, they should give it back to the parents for the children them and whatever other thing they take, they should replace it, call the people them up and give it back to them. Those children on it. And I think that transpired at Paul B. School yesterday afternoon. Because I went to the graduation in the morning and I didn't see that. I left. I had to go and then they had the same graduation going on down at Clado Marco. But people, we can't be treating our young people like that. No, that's not acceptable. I could be mad with me, I don't care. I need to give those children that If I need some to be bought, do a fundraiser. I'll work with I with a fundraiser. Don't come talking nonsense about you're gone for next year for some. No, 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 no. Them for this year belongs to them 12 for this year. We worry about next year when next year come. We get new one. If I got to go beg and plead for you, that's what I'll do. I need to get new one. Don't rob the train them ideas. So I need to correct that. Let me see what I talk about yet. Because it's so much thing in the Virgin Island Guyana, especially since election time. Oh, no, 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 no. We out of there. John Hope, oh yeah, he get disqualified. This has thing with these gangsters is something else, you know. Oh, I read this one here for the people, yes. District Court dismisses political party disclosure lawsuit, saying local election law dispute belongs elsewhere. Left jurisdiction because plaintiff sought interpretation of ordinary campaign disclosure status rather than raising federal claims. Wow. But ain't it say that the people ain't registered in a while? Or ain't apply to political party? Well, I agree with the Democrat them. The Democrats say if you don't lie out to us, you can't run. We ain't supporting you. You could be a Democrat, but not under us. You got to pay dues. You got to be you have to be a loyal Democrat. It is crazy. It is crazy, crazy, crazy. You could believe all people, the people that we elect, the people that we elect, ain't care about the youth them. Ain't care about the youth them. All they talk, all they consider how much they could get for themselves. Wow, these, oh my please. What is wrong with these people today? People at the Virgin Islands is tomorrow, Thursday. Don't forget seniors. Stanley gonna be blowing up at Kramer's Park tomorrow from 11 to 4. The seniors will be at the beach partying, eating, drinking, and swimming. Come out and join the seniors. Good afternoon. Welcome to the show.
Yeah, boy, earlier this afternoon when we spoke, I heard you came on and was mentioning that the parade was abandoned. I think abandoned was the word you used.
Yes.
So it was the Veterans Day parade and Memorial Day parade. There was none.
There is no Memorial Day parade in the Virgin Islands no more.
Why? Why not?
Did you ask me wrong, person? I just go. I show up. I have veteran.
So am I. The thing is this. You know, Bob Bryan used to say a thing back in the day that we all know Bob Bryan himself probably most of the time he spent in Germany, teach the guys to do karate and all this kind of stuff. But he used to say some of them that never even been in the Girl Scouts, not the Brownies, like Albert Bryan. Why would they not want to have the parades anymore?
Even the veterans disrespect themselves because they don't care neither. They won't stay up in midnight.
Well, my Christ. I mean, hey, boy, all over the United States.
That's right. That's right.
In the very smallest counties with only several hundred people, there's parade, knocking down.
I call it every hick tongue, every little hick tongue and every little caress. There is parade.
Well, look at my home, the Virgin Islands come to. But anyway, let me leave that alone. Let me just give it 2 more minutes just to say my condolences. I had 3 family members die. It was almost like 1 a week. I guess this is our time. They said comes in 3.
Right.
And all of them from Totola, you may know them. Pete Mitchell, my cousin, from he just there below Hannah.
Right by Hannah, right around the corner.
Yeah, he had changed his name to a Muslim name, I don't remember it. But see me, yes, that's my first cousin, a brother and sister children.
Right.
He's gone. The second one that has gone is one of the Frasers from Seacoast Bay, and my family as well, first cousin. And the last one was one Luna Nix. She worked at Wapa when I worked there back in the day. She's gone. So we had our 3. Now that I'm looking for 3 for no other family. But this is our time to grieve. And we thank the Lord for the time that we had with them. All good time. And someday we shall see them again. Thanks very much, boy.
Well, before you go, right?
Yeah.
You just said, and I've been saying it all the time, every little tongue in the United States of America keep a memorial parade. Is that right or wrong?
Yeah, I'm telling you. And especially, let me say this, and I must say this because it's true. Especially you use the word hick tongue. White hick tongues that keep parade for their veterans. I don't know what's wrong with black people.
No, I don't know what's wrong with us Virgin Islanders.
Okay then.
I don't come. You know, it's sad, it's a shame, it's something, unbelievable. Like our reading where they say now, Hess, I call it Hess. Now they will be doing generation, the opening to do generation for Wapa to no. That's a blamey. Wait, then Wapa just get money from FEMA to rebuild the whole plan them in the Virgin Islands? Okay, all right, okay. I rest my case. You see why fool attack but fool not listen? Now they're bringing in this. Like, that is...
People, they get away with this kind of thing because we sit and monitor the war. 2, 3, 4 of us speaking out is not enough. It should be 100 or 1,000 marching and government out and the legislature.
Don't hold your breath on that one.
Well, I know better. And that's why they're going to like me. I don't want them to like me. Because I don't have the truth. When it comes to this, I have the truth. I could have still been in the Virgin Islands and big government position. I came out of service 28 years and 7 months to include working in the House of Representatives. I could have been back in the Virgin Islands in big position if I had only changed my registration, not the Democrats, the dominant Democrats. But I refuse. But God will take care of them and I let it go on. Go on. I got boy.
Okay, thank you for the call. It's crazy in the VA, but we could go in the Guinness Book of Records once a week, every week. And as I said, I know today Might not be smoky best day, but you can't hold the hair down. It's an oversight. It's sad. Like just now, I just get this thing on my phone. Good, the board members. The 10-year pursuant to Title 18, Chapter 1, Subsection 2 of the Ordinance Code. The following DOE candidates cannot run unless they put in for administrative leave or resign. Now, I disagree with that. But we, some more, the people of the Virgin Islands, so stupid in Agonge, hit up on this one, cloud cake, whatever. But my back broad, my head big, I could take it. Or elected official could stay to work, getting taxpayer money. But the people, the small man, them who working for government can't work. They must resign their position to run for office. Make that make sense. But the people will vote for the same people them who could stay to work, collect a check. When if they want to run, they got to resign. Make the older I get, the more I said, all people ain't got to be stupid. And then they will want to cost me. Like I care. Here it is, they say this person had 3 days to respond, either by resigning or withdrawing from the Board of Education race. Does her duty as she did with, okay, the farmer, wow, was prevented from running for the U.S. Virgin Islands Board of Election while serving as 2023. That's crazy. The people come up with things that it stop people from coming to run. But they reaping the sweet and the idiot voting for them still. To me, I ain't crying for a soul who support BS, who support nonsense. Don't tell me that oh, they finally cancel it. Listen, don't tell me that these people can how that song though make that make sense? Does that make sense? The politician them could keep their job, but the little man who want to run against them can't do it. And the people are comfortable with that. Then ball. I want to run, but my son, it's hard out there. If it's hard for you, it should be hard for the politician. Everybody resign, step down, and everybody could run. They give you an excuse. That's why I can't run. That's injustice. And as I said, when positives speak out, they put a sanction on him. And then they tell me I must run when they got the same foolishness going on. I uncontrollable. Me and keep quiet. Don't tell me about no colleague. Don't tell me about no rules. What rules? I was in the military. I love it. I get out because I feel like I was a prisoner. It was great to. I love it. It was good to me. But I couldn't be in prison. I don't like people telling me when I could go, when I could come, what I could do. My forefathers fight so I could be free. That's why I don't be knocking the military. It was eye opener for me. But when you see things like this and the people them so complacent, the people that me saying, so the politician, we could run, don't listen to them. Let them worry about their own problem. They're collecting a paycheck every 2 weeks. Well, you can't collect one. Well, let's make it a fair playing thing. If you could collect it, the people could collect it too. Let's see how that gonna work. Stop using excuse. You don't see them bring the bill again? They tie the people them out. In these same moment, people will go vote for them. It show you that they don't want no competition. But no, the people will go vote for them. And then buy some more. When I gonna wake up, when I gonna smell the coffee, they could tell I don't listen to me or no. I agree. They could be there laughing, you hear Fahie again? I don't know what you don't go sit down. Yes. Keep beating the drum. What they're doing to the people is wrong. If they love the people so much, they say, listen, open the gate, let who want to run, run. You walk, you run. How they could walk? Consider them walking. And the other people can't walk and run. How they can walk? But no. Then they got the idiot. Point on the shot. I call him idiot. Momo. They in front before election. When election done, they can't even talk to them. They're in the back. You don't got nothing to give them to grease their hand. So they look down at you like you own nobody. You own nothing. You can't go sing for them. Make numbers. Wear the t-shirt. But I got my own t-shirt, them all wear. All kind of rebel t-shirt I got now. More than rebel. I wear black heroes. American heroes. Black people, not American alone. African, as long as they're black, and they represent fighting for freedom, fighting for the people. I wear them on my chest. I'm wearing a politician t-shirt. I got my own t-shirt there made, specially designed. When I run in the man, I think on it, I put it on paper and I say, I want this t-shirt made. And everybody you see them run election, boy, you could make money if I sell them t-shirt. I ain't selling them. I wear them. Them is mine. They ain't represent nobody. They represent me. The way I feel. The last one I put on was, stop the greedy, not the needy political parasite. You got a rat with the cheese in your hand. That's why I designed. What I'm saying is, according to elect food, lunatic vote for food. Don't put a $25 donkey in $1 million horse race. I got a couple more. Awesome t-shirt. Because every election here, I see people wearing people t-shirt. And them same people, when election done, will come back into me. I vote for this person, but me and vote for him again. No. You out there with a t-shirt, not me. I was there watching her. You don't see I'll be by myself. Watching what going on while the people them talking nonsense. I tell you, last election, I remember, out by Kentucky. It was Brian. Brian them had something out there and I stopped. And a guy come almost wanted to fight. All the time, to sing the man singing for his supper. Ganji had to tell the man, hey, cool on me, something for you talking to, The man wanted to rear up with me. Because guess what? He get a position. He was eating. When Brian gonna let me see what you want to do. Me ain't got no position, I gonna make it clear. Me ain't got no position. Fahie ain't looking nothing. I don't want nothing. I stopped work. I wasn't fired. I stopped because when I was growing up, all the people in my see work, lying and watching up at the sky and the back. And work still here. Money still here. So why should I learn from somebody else's mistake? We continue to do it, same thing over and over, and don't learn. We continue to support ignorance, and we don't learn. But guess what? The people is to be blamed. The people want to stand up for nothing. Listen, as I say, the school children them is about the people should say, listen, enough is enough. We ain't going on the road. You know, when I think on it, the Hasman contract, from time I was a little boy, because I come to St. Croix when I was a little boy, and I used to always go to the house meeting them, because all the little boy and princess, Saifam, all us from school together, we run house. And I used to watch the Hasman them get screwed over and over and over. Like you see how WAPA screwing us for years over and over and over and over and over. The Hasman them used to get screwed like that. This contract opened the eye that the governor negotiate for them without contacting the Hasman them. This one opened the eye and said, because they used to be mad with me. One tell me he was mad with me for 26 years. Never forget it. I was on the track, fixing a broken pipe. He was sitting on a bucket. And he told me, that's why I remember it very well. And he said to me, me some fire was mad with you. When you said bad, me said, tell the house to the fence, I go home, let me tell the house what I got to say, so the house could talk to I. I was mad with you. 26 years later, I moved down here, and it's true. I what? He said, brother, it's true. Since I moved down here with him, man, I find out. One tell me the other day. He said, Fahie, you always go say. But Val me say, but that changed now. And you know, I big up the houseman them. Enough respect to all of them. Enough respect. Me a hypocrite. And I got talk my mind. I don't care who like me, who ain't like me. I don't care. If I feel that way, that's how I feel. You might feel different. Due respect to the houseman them. Due respect. I went to that meeting last Tuesday. And I sit there, and when I leave, I was so proud of the houseman them. The first meeting in my life that I ever been to with houseman, where there was no cussing, no fussing, no loud flare up, rude behavior. I was up to today. I could sit at this mic, whoever listening anyway, and say, listen, we come a long, long way. And I was so proud of them because, listen, whoever got up and speak, nobody criticize them, chastise them, nothing. I sit there and I say, time have really changed. Look how respectful everybody is to each other. When I was growing up, that never happened. One man don't like he cussing out, the other one shouting. They were so professional. And you know, the majority of them realize the game take for a ride, school without grease. The majority of them It might not be all. You always got one or two. You might got one or two who you want to go along. But the majority of them don't see. I'm like, wow. And then when I read this thing, they say they're going to build 2 new buildings in St. Thomas for $12 million, people. Million. But guess what? The Hassman, them ain't getting a penny out of nothing there. But they using the Hassman them as the front to build it. So the Hassman them entitled to get something. No, we ain't getting them nothing. Their mentality is the Hassman them ain't smart. We could cross them up. But they realize a lot of the young Hassman well educated. They've been around. Akoi got up and say, he's 63 years old. He said, I want to be like a king. Halfway for the king, we want to be like the king. We want to get it up to that level. And we've been screwed for years from time we growing up. It needs to stop. I agree. Good afternoon. Welcome to the show.
Yes, boy, this horse race business. I'm gonna still got a horse race. I got it. To me, it is all about racinos and making money, but not by horse racing.
No. But you're right.
You know, I can't understand it. From the time the governor, he likes to get in thing. He right in the thick of it. And when the husband wanted him to take this company to court, he said, no, he ain't taking them to court. He's walking out something with them. We know they only walk out, the governor that walk out. The question is, what is in it for me? There are people that he have said that to and waiting for him to come on the radio and say he did not say so. That's the question. So I don't want to call it dumb, but how can you, in this day and age, people record stuff and you could say so presently, I would do this for you, but what's in it for me? Oh my, why you say what's in it for the people? You know, why you? I don't know. But let me say this for you because I forget to mention it. Around this time of year with Memorial Day and whatnot is a very sad time for me. Not only because 7 of my classmates did not come back from Vietnam. What came back was an empty casket with a dog tag in it. Okay? And luckily for a brother of mine, an elder brother, he fought not only in Vietnam, he fought in Cambodia, in Laos, Thailand. He came home, he was home for years. Sometimes acting erratic, they say, oh, he was on drugs. And not nothing else or so. Was suffering from PTSD until he died. And my eldest daughter, she fought in Afghanistan and Iraq.
Mm-hmm.
Came home with all kind of health problems. Let me tell you something. I used to see, she was living in Texas. She used to get from the VA bags of medication, not 1 or 2 prescription medication, bags. How could you sit and take all of these things? She too died of PTSD. You know?
Yeah.
And I got some of them on those what never even been in the girl's scout and telling me what to tell me, well, it's good for them because they had no card of going in. This Uncle Sam thing, and what they went in it back. I'm here jumping in. Anyway, let me, you know, hand up in your arm up. I just get back home. I'm going to jump on my bed for a poster bed, lie down and watch TV.
All right, enjoy the rest of the day.
Yes, sir. It's good to
Anyway.
Okay.
Yeah, Hey, as I tell them, it's people who fall uh, the Conrads. People don't understand. If you never had a headache, you can't talk about one. And you know, that's why I pay respect to people. But all people in the Virgin Islands, that's how I know they don't care about veteran. Period. They don't. And the veteran them is a typical Virgin Islander who don't say nothing, who accept anything. We saw I got a name for it that they could do us anything and we just stay humble. We don't do nothing, we don't say nothing. We just want to go along to get along. And that's crazy. That is crazy. I don't know. Oh, right. Good afternoon. Welcome to the show.
Yeah, good afternoon, Coach Boy. How are you doing today?
I'm all right.
Yeah, I just reached over and for on the stream and I hear your voice. I see you're taking over again for Mary Moorhead.
Yeah, I'm sitting in for Mary today. I'd like to thank her again for allowing me to come to her show and run her show while she's out.
Yeah, I just come back from doing a procedure. Every year I do my annual, do everything
Right.
from cardio, gastro, kidneys. So I was having a little chest pain. I went to my cardio. They did a scan. So I just had them they went through my wrist and was checking the vein in the front of my heart. But everything was good. The scan was showing it looked like I had some blockage, but everything good. So I just reached back over there just for understand and listening to. So what's the latest?
Well, the latest is Smokey, and his running mate is disqualified.
Who's he running with this year now?
He was running with the keeper of the flame.
Okay.
The keeper of the flame wasn't even registered to vote the Virgin Islands. They have other issues, but he wasn't even a registered voter in the Virgin Islands. So, you know.
I gotta tip my hat to Smokey.
I said that. I said that.
But the thing, Coach Roy, and this is your word, is the people. Unfortunately, it's the people. The problem is the people. And I've listened to you, Coach, and I've come to the same conclusion. It's the people that. How can it not be the people that when Coach, me, you, Carmen, the late Mr. B would go to the PSC, tell people what's going on with Wapper. You would come out there with say by yourself in the hot Caribbean sun, telling people about this unmasked robber Wapper. And it still can't get to that thick skull. I don't understand why. If somebody keep raping you and doing the same thing, knocking you over the head, what's it gonna take before you say no more?
Wait, not to cut it off. That's why I was about them, but them re-electing the same people over and over and over and want to change how we go work. They do nothing, they ain't care about you, and you keep electing them. You love them more than they love you. How that gonna work?
What is it the philosopher says? If you do the same thing over and over and expect a different result,
yeah.
It's insanity.
That's more than insanity. So I know that the people of the Virgin Islands insane.
Somebody got be giving them some stupid boost to drink and drinking lemongrass or something. What I need to make joke out of the legs of this boy. Like your red coat. Every 2 years, every 4 years. They have senators in there who 6, 7 consecutive terms. They write one piece of legislation. But they keep getting re-elected. The only thing some of them have done is name a street after a Virgin Island that were apart. Tell them, what else have you done? Have you went out and gotten a revenue stream to bring in to help the people of the Virgin Islands?
No, they tax the people who vote for them. They don't go look. And they give away the taxes to company that come in and say they got to tax the local. That's how smart they is.
To those EDC benefits.
Yes.
And you cannot give away taxes if this is the lifeblood of the government, which is collecting taxes, whether it's gross receipts, property tax, income tax, and so forth.
Right.
But let me ask you something, Coach. Is it the fact that the younger population, because when I was in school, I'm 62, right?
Yeah.
When I was in third grade, Coach, third grade is when I learned three co-equal branches of government: legislative, executive, and judicial.
Right.
How is it 50 years later, education in a
with more millions of dollars?
Going backwards when my daughter just graduated from UVA as a nurse. Your daughter was it Georgetown? That one, your daughter went to some place in DC, right?
Yeah, Howard.
Howard, okay. Yeah, I remember. Yeah. So dealing with like international government.
Right. Yeah.
So, my thing is, how is it? I mean, I think it's because of people like yourself and me as parents, we get them on our child, our children. But, Coach, we know that education is the foundation for life, and that's what Miss Mary Moore, that's her thing, education. Coach, if you're a builder, if you don't have a solid foundation, how do you build a floor to make your walls to put up your roof?
Right.
And not to rehash it, but last week we were talking about the educational system, and I was saying when they took the trades out of school, when you could have learned plumbing, carpentry, smart engine, mechanical drawing, I saw the travel rate escalated because every child is built to go to college. Some children just have a natural God-gifted talent with their hands and eye coordination that they could break down an engine, put it back together. Coach, we just had some issues in my building. You know what a plumber I made? I may use a plumber, but I wonder if they understand. The man come here for a couple hours. I just asked the man, it takes $600.
I know. I think the way
because he went to school to be number one and number two.
Right.
You're laughing at him, but look at the money he's making.
Listen, I know you hear me earlier this morning. I get up. Yes, I was telling the people how I get up this morning, and I had a brand new riding mower that got flat, and I didn't want to plug the tire. So I decided I wanted patch from inside.
Yeah.
So I get up and I take the tire off. I find a hole, mark it, and I take it to the tire place.
Yeah.
The guy tell me, oh, point over there, you got to come. Hey, Fahie, you got to come back in an hour. I said, no problem. So I said, well, let me go home. I feel like eating some Johnny cake, make some, sit down, goof off, eat my Johnny cake. I go back to the place to pick up the tire. To get a tire patch on the inside, it was $35, brother.
Yeah,
$35. So when you're talking about the plumber, and that way I stress young people should go look at trade. You don't have to go to no college, go be no paper monkey, working for people all their life. Because you don't need a degree to break a tire and fix it. You could sit down by your house do open a little tire repair thing, and by midday, you could close your shop if you want to cool out. $35 for a riding lawnmower back tire.
You're so right about that. My sister, right, who I live with every year,
Yeah.
husband, he is a retired welder. He learned from apprenticeship.
Right.
From Saying he learned, he tell me the sugar cane factory in Saying he went up there and he was an apprentice.
Right.
He comes to Thomas down by I forget what the place name. Yataba. He said he went down there, tell a man he's a welder. The man he said, okay, well, weld it there. So when he welded and the man come with chicken hammer. I said, what? Man come up here to New York, what 40 years in New Jersey as a welder. Right. So now he retired now, so he wanted to come back to the board and to teach welding. I said, listen, man, the problem really is that your training, even though you have 40 years of practical experience, is that you don't have a degree in welding, and that might be a problem in the board when it comes to school. But I mean, this is a tutorial because here's a man that has the knowledge, is retired now, and wants to pass on his knowledge and skill. But because the way how he learned it in the 50s wasn't that he went to a welding school, he learned it through apprenticeship. I want to ask you, Coach Ford, don't you think that if somebody, because that's all a lot of people learn long ago, their parents, they had money to go to school and like they went and they went and sit with whoever it was, whether it's a welder, a plumber, whatever, and they learned that.
Well, Grant,
I think, yeah.
not cut the half. You know, the Virgin Islands Labor had a apprenticeship program. I wanted, my brother them wanted. We was on a apprenticeship program through never forget, great guy, Mr. Albert McFarlane, the Whopper scholarship named after him. Awesome guy. They had a program in the VA, it gone. They don't come bamboozling people telling me they train these people. They train where? The trainer probably can't even read the rule if you show them the rule right. So I telling you, we had that program. I was on that program. My friend them were on that program, a lot of them. Some of them got their own business. We in the Virgin Islands, the elitist, educated misfit, continue to abandon the trades program in the Virgin Islands. So, and the parents, them get caught up. Oh, you got to go to college. Don't mind them. Don't go be no grease monkey. Don't go be no plumber. Don't do this. But don't be an electrician. But when you can't do it yourself, the price coming with it. I tell you, you could believe you got a flat tire, a lawnmower tire, and it costs $35 to get a patch inside. Huh? I got a receipt to prove it, so me ain't talking. And guess what? I got plug home. Huh?
I had to plug a car tire the other day.
Right.
It said, a plug is $5. I paid me after 15. Just a plug.
Well, I got plugs home.
Yeah.
But I didn't want to put the plug.
I want to ask you a quick question, Coach.
Yeah.
As we talking about trades, have you heard any sitting senator or any prospective candidate talking about trades that this is what we need?
No.
The reason I keep saying that, Coach, one of our big problems after Irma Maria, after we got all of that millions and hundreds of millions and billions of dollars that the government said that we received, one of the big problems is that ODC, however it is,
ODR.
One of the big problems wasn't that they didn't have the skilled tradesmen to perform the necessary work to get a lot of this work done.
Yes.
So if you have a problem, Coach, and you know the solution, then why do we still have the problem?
Because I keep telling you, they never try to solve the. Listen, I am telling you, I don't ask When I come, I got facts.
Yeah, I know you are
they had
you don't speak out but documented facts.
That's right.
You don't know me making up stuff. I say, oh, this is opinion of Mr. Fahie. No, this is a reading from a factual document.
Let me show you how disingenuine these cockroaches. They had an electrical class going on with 2 books, two code book alone. And I get pinched, I get on the inside. The man in charge of labor, the man who come through education, went up the ranks of education to superintendent, who went to UVI to get a PhD in education, that they put in charge of labor. Make that make sense. This man come up and say what I say need to. He says so. But wait, the man who get the contract to do it come on the radio and say, yes, it's true, he on trying to get some more books. While the man in charge of labor telling the public on the air, I ain't talking the truth. So I like, what? No, man, I got to straighten his head out. So they only had 2 books. Here when they say, oh, you could go up on the computer. No. I know because I've been at technical college. And yes, you could go up on the computer and get a code and read it. But sometimes you own the feed, you need a quick reference, you pull out the code and bam, bam, it's there. Yeah. The class, ain't had enough books. They only had 2 books. Now, how I know? I was on the radio station the Wednesday before Thanksgiving. And 2 students called, not one. And I put them on to talk about it, and he in the class. But he telling me what I saying in the student, them telling on the radio live, that's what happening. So who look like the liar, me or he? I telling you, I went out there. I protested in front of labor. He was supposed to go send them out the car, he tell I out there. But before he come, the student driving down the road to go to the class with the mother. The mother see me protesting, turn wrong. And the student come talk to me. He come and say, what I say, I said, mister, you need to go from by me. Go where you have to go. These people is liar.
No, coach, I don't realize that because what happened is you have the ability to come on the airwaves and show the public that these people are liars.
Right.
For instance, your kids, when the man comes and the person don't walk away, he never see you, but try to put a restraining order. When a restraining order is for domestic, if you and the person was in a relationship, you can't put a restraining order because I come and show you I got the reading of my meter, and what you trying to tell me is my meter is reading ain't so. And all I do is pointing out the truth to you.
And I show up, I said that idea working from. Cost some $1,000. I tell you, the movie, the meter back was for 29,000 and change. That facts. I got the document. They can't tell me I lied.
So that's why I'm glad because they know everything I'm talking about. You have documented. That's why they don't come at you for it, because they come at for it that you have the document to substantiate your claim, what your head says. It ain't just say, oh, this is the opinion of Fahie where everybody have opinion. No.
Right.
Whatever the subject matter is, you to make sure you go and get it documented so that they can't say this is what coach making up, this is coach opinion. No, this and most of the time we talk about government issues, so you don't go and have whether it's from the court record or from wherever that government entity is. That's why they know they want to come on your show, they want to confront you. But what really does get me upset, coach, is that we're not getting through to the people.
No, the people don't want to get through to them. The people want to stay in ignorance because you know why? That's the friend, that's the family, that's the oppressor that oppressing the virgin. You know? That's the person who gave them the crumb when they could be getting the whole bread. As the dude tell me, not the bread. I want the whole oven.
Your family could mess you over just like a friend, a stranger. And more than likely, family, because they know you, will take advantage and take you for granted because they know you. If you can't look and say, well, okay, this is my family, so I'm going to go there. If your family member is not making things better for you, everybody else, and your family member as that individual, if they're just going and they in there for self and not solving, it's called public service, they call public self. You can't say, well, I want to run for public office. For what reason? Well, what's your platform? Whatever your platform
Wait.
how are you going to accomplish that? What are your goals or plans? What are the steps in the first, if duly elected in the first 60 days, I don't hit the ground running. I know about parliamentary procedure. Anyone, I'll go in there and I know what the job is like. No. You have to do your research and know what you're going to do if elected. Not wait when you're getting it. You know, you ever go and fill out the application for a job and you don't know what the job is about? You don't know as personnel director asking you, well, how can you be a benefit to this company? Well, I don't know. So we'll get back to you.
Right.
We'll never hear back from that company again. So, my thing is, the current electorate, I think that's a lost cause. We need fresh blood. We need to go out there. We need to go to the school, the high school, where these children who are turning 18, maybe we even get them younger so that they can realize that once you get to that age, don't wait till when something happens. When you say, oh, that's why I'm getting involved in politics. People, you live in a society that is governed by politics. And in order to change, you have to be educated on how this system works. And then once you know what people up here call, these people, oh, I should never vote for Donald Trump. Them people in the south that had farms and the farms.
Yeah, I see them balling. Yes.
They're balling now. Why would you ball now when you decide the first time when he put down the tariff, he had to come and write up legislation and give you subsidy? And this man don't understand a tariff means that if you put a tariff on a country and you're importing goods from that country, that you, the importer, have to pay the tariff.
That's right. Yep. That's true.
Oh, let me do something quick. I just saw something on Facebook the other, I think it was 2 days ago. Clinton Higgins, who working for a private company, and he had 3 other individuals in America to buy 2 megawatt generators for St. John.
I think there's 2-3 they wanted to buy. Yeah, 2-3 at 2 and no 2 and a 2.5.
Why they just don't buy a 20 megawatt unit so that you know that unit will be on the grid, even if St. John by itself, St. John by itself is 7 megs. You have people building houses, you have businesses building, so you have to leave space for growth.
Right. I keep saying that.
Cool. Because you keep saying that because you're using logic and common sense. And it's a sad state of affairs when our so-called elected officials that common sense ain't common no more with them, and all they deal with nonsense.
Right.
It's just a shame, man. How you could do that to your own people? I don't understand. Because these are the same people that you grew up with from elementary school, junior high school, play sports with. You can trade, they can college or wherever the fact. Everybody come back home, everybody is adult now, get their own family. But you don't want to do good for everybody. You only want to be dealing with special interest because cash is king and you could get an envelope.
Yeah.
You know who cash is king and who that get an envelope? Pass up to the mafia. From the soldiers and the soldiers on the street to the capo, to the underband, to the consigliere. So that's you telling me you're a mafia organization, you're a criminal organization. Just like Wapa, don't tell me code. You tell me Wapa can't be brought up and RICO, racketeering, influence, corruption organization.
Not how the law written. Not how the law written.
Vanderpool. Imagine Vanderpool had a percentage stake in the my smart meters, right?
Right.
The Attorney General indicted. I think it was Lawrence Copper who was the CEO. I don't think it was who was after Copper before Carney, the guy that had a CEO between Carney and Copper.
I forget the guy name, yeah.
But anyhow, they gave this man 20 days leave with pay for being indicted. You are giving a reward for somebody that was committing a crime. And the RICO statute means that you is an organization that has had cases brought against you.
Yeah.
Corruption. And it's on a continuous basis from Mr. Christian, the Naiman apprentice, who lost his life in the bucket over there in St. Croix. Night case, Julian, who got electrocuted for Orma up on 10th Street, where OSHA said what was grossly negligent. And they're fighting that. They're fighting OSHA. With all the hundreds of millions of dollars that's unaccounted for, the last thing they want to get your forensic audit, American Legion don't surveillance bond.
Yeah.
I spoke about it, you have spoke about it, brother I spoke about it. And me and brother we talking about it because we was on the inside as employees. You talking from the experience as a member in the community who is patronizing WAPA and they committing crimes against you. They're trying to, first of all, you cannot enforce a guesstimated invoice. How are they going to do this? Where is the Inspector General? Where is the Attorney General? That's criminal. And how much longer do people can call for it? Have to go to the top of the hilltop and yell this there? How is it not getting into our head? What's it going to take? They were telling you that contaminated water at St. Croix was okay to drink. The pay, if not the highest, with no kind of reliability. If your parents are elderly and their medication have to be refrigerated. The other thing goes for it. Have you ever heard WAPA went and recalibrate people's meter?
No.
You know every time there is an outage, your meter should be recalibrated?
No.
Because because now it could be out of calibration, and then what happens? Because you the consumer more money because it's out of calibration. When what was written in the plan is calibrated every 6 months. All we can do is God's work. God tell us, like, you know, like, come on and just give them the information. Listen, we can only need the ice of water. If you're thirsty and your tongue hanging out your mouth and you want to drink and you want to die a thought and dehydrate, that's all. Right, coach?
Right.
Anyhow, coach, what time you going to put on it?
Yeah. Okay.
I'll continue listening. Maybe somebody may want to
Anyway,
keep the conversation.
thank you for the call.
Yeah, for sure, coach.
Yeah, man. It's sad though, because I keep telling them the cycle just continues. There's nothing changing every 2 or 4 years is election. They sing the same BS to the people. People fall for it. And, you know, it is madness. Good afternoon. Welcome to the show.
Hey, Coach Fahie, good afternoon.
Good afternoon. I'm all right.
I was listening to you on this conversation you're having, and I have a few things I would like to say.
Say whatever you want, as long as you ain't disrespectful, brother.
Okay. We are living in a society here that we are electing individuals every 2 years. And these individuals are behaving just like the individuals that colonized these Virgin Islands. Right? So we still under colonization, and the colonizers look like me and you. So now, under colonization, I, being the colonizer, is not going to educate the masses of people to overthrow me, am I?
That's true. Very true.
Okay, now, my name is Julian Vera, right?
Yeah.
And I'm an aspirant for the upcoming election. I haven't been certified yet. And yes, I do have trades on my platform. I have that every student should graduate from high school with a certified trade of their choice. And I have trade school on my platform, a well-equipped trade school. I've noticed, right, that the young people in these Virgin Islands have been so disenfranchised, and you know this, that if you talk to a young individual, they know nothing about politics, they know nothing about being involved in government, they know nothing about. I spoke to a very intelligent young man the other day, and the young man told me that the only time he was ever exposed to anything concerning government in high school was when the politicians came to announce that they were running for whatever office they were running for. No place during the high school education they were taught any sort of civics within the high school. And of course, I went to the high school system here, so I was never taught anything about government, about being involved in government, about the importance of being involved in government. Nothing like that. So now, the colonizer understand that during the course of history, young people are the one who rebel injustice. younger folks who doesn't like what's going on, they're the ones to pick up whatever is arms or picketing or whatever, strike or whatever they're going to get, they're going to protest against it. But young people who normally do these.
Right.
Because the young people are not under fear. All of people now don't do so much thing and they're frightened. Right?
Yeah.
Most of them get dumbed down after a while and they relax in their car. Maybe they gain a little thing from the government or they little senator friend or somebody. Or a little government person.
Right.
Helping them out. They could call the senator friend and ask them a little favor and whatnot. But the young people in any community during history are the ones that would revolt, would get out of hand. Because all these people we don't be talking about and praising, these were young people when they did these things during history.
Right.
They were young people in the late 20s and early 30s, some of them in the teens.
Mm-hmm.
So, man like Stokely Carmichael, Martin Luther King, Malcolm X, they were young people. Right there, the boys, people who led rebellion, they were young people too. So now, the colonizer realized that if we could keep young people disenfranchised, young people don't know what's going on, they want to rebel against the system. So this is a cycle we have going because, hey, how long do we have civics on the books and no civics start in the school? How long do we have Virginia and Caribbean history on the books and nothing taught in the school? How long? 40 years? 43 years now, I think it is for Caribbean and Virginia history.
Yeah.
43 years because it was 83.
Right.
And now it's 2026. So 43 years. Right? I mean, when are people going to realize that these colonizers shouldn't be sitting in these spaces of government? And again, the same thing that the individuals enslaved us were doing to us. Just that these people look like us.
Yeah.
They look like me and you. They're our color. They're our brothers and sisters. They're our aunts. They're our neighbor. They're our teachers in school. But the minds of these people that we keep putting there is the problem. Because these minds of these people, none of them don't have no mind to liberate our people. None of them. None of these individuals sitting in this government right now in position have no intentions of liberating this boys neither. None of them. And that's a serious problem we have here. And that's the underlying issue to every problem we have here in this version because these people don't care about our people doing better. They don't. They don't care about liberating the minds of our children and helping our elderly. They don't care about that. And I've seen this cycle over and over and over and over. But the people don't understand what's going on. They put the same colonizers that look like us in these seats. And we all know them because what are they doing to liberate the minds of our children? What are they doing? Nothing at all.
Right.
What are they doing to make sure our children get position? Proper trade school for our children. And you talk about trade. I have a trade. Right?
Mm-hmm.
And it's trade that have me surviving from the time I was in trade from 11 years old. You understand? And it's trade I've been in all my life that helped me to do everything I had to do. Trade. I went to high school and after that, it was trade. And doing my research and liberators.
Right.
Liberators of our people. And none of these individuals don't plan to liberate the minds of our people. None of them. Again, my name is Julian Vera. Coach Fahie, have a good afternoon.
Thank you for the call. Enough respect. Harry.
All right.
See, that's a tradesman there too. I tell you, after this morning, I know. As I tell people, all that call coming in. Good afternoon. Welcome to the show.
Yes.
everybody talk about the senator's responsibility to bring revenue to the territory. And I've heard this over and over and over again. But they're thinking, I can't remember a news article where some state senator was credited for bringing a company to that state. I've known of plenty of news things where the governors are credited. And so I Googled it. And of course, I put in who's responsible, what government division is responsible for bringing revenues. And what AI brought up in Google is saying the legislature, but they were saying that because they're the ones who come up with the tax laws. But so then I went back and I Googled state senator brings company to the state. The senator brings company to the state. And I got a sprinkling of news articles about that. Then I Googled governor brings company to the state. And I got a boatload of articles about that. And of course, I guess because I'm here in the BI of Google and it gave me a whole bunch of articles about Governor Bryan. And so even if a state senator is somehow involved, the credit usually goes to the governor of that area. The governor, we have the I don't know what you call it, division or whatever, and that's more or less controlled by the governor. The senators are not involved when they give benefits to the company.
I'm glad I'm glad you say this. You know why? Every year, all senator them will go up to free trade. Every year. So then what are we wasting our tax money going there for? And then they tell you to encourage to talk to the cruise ship industry and BS every year.
Yeah. The only time that happens, and the same thing with Congress, is if the law needs to be changed to attract them. If they need to make some kind, then the central Congress, the companies will lobby the Congress people, or they will lobby, or the governor of that place will come to the some senator and say, okay, I'm in communication with this company. They're interested in coming, but this is a concern of theirs, and we need to get them, we need a law change. That's when the senators become involved, but it's usually after the governor of that territory or state has already been in negotiations with the company. They went out and found so it's the governor's responsibility of how it really works. Is the governors find the companies, and then if they need some law change, then they get in contact with the senators. But if they don't need any law change to get the company here, the senators play absolutely no role in it.
Okay.
And we've been putting a burden on it and excusing the governor when that is not how it really works. If you keep track of the news.
No, stop. Wait. Let me interject this. In the Virgin Islands, things don't work how the states work. Believe you me. When they bring all senator them, when they bring the hotel, the one that went St. Kitts, when the deal out there, the deal out there, it was the senator them who bring that out.
Every once in a while you do, and I said when I Googled it, you'll get a few articles about a state senator bringing a company to the state. But when you Google governor bring, it is like 10 times the amount of news articles about the governor bringing a company to the area compared to a senator. So yes, the senators do this from time to time, but it's really the primary role is the governors. Is the governors of different states. They're the ones that primarily are the ones. Well, let's put it this way: they're the ones who get credit for it.
Oh, okay.
When it's done, most of the time the governor gets credit for it. Not so. If the senators were involved, the end, they really get credit for it. The governor ends up getting all the credit. So, yeah, but as I said, in most cases, they don't need the senators to bring a company. The only time they really need a senator involved is if something about the tax laws needs to be changed to attract the company. And then they approach the senator. But then if it works out, the governor gets the credit, not the senator changing the tax law to bring the company. It's rare. So I said, dude, try this out. Google governor, state governor brings company, and then Google state senator brings company to the area. And you're going to see that the number of articles, you get a whole lot more with the governor. So if the senators are deeply involved in it, they don't end up getting the credit in the end. The governor usually gets the credit.
All right, brother. Thank you for the call.
No problem. No problem.
All right. Good afternoon. Welcome to the show.
Yeah, boy, I know time running and you're going to be leaving soon. I heard what Mr. CC is saying, and he has a point in a way. But I need to ask this question. I need to get it on the record today. When Governor Albert Bryan and Stacey Plaskett, the delegate to the House of Representatives, took it upon themselves as he, the chairperson of the Economic Development Commission, and she as its attorney, to give $400 million tax break to one Jeffrey Epstein that had no businesses at all in the Virgin Islands. None. And they know very well that he was a convicted felon in the state of Florida for pedophilia and sex trafficking. So why did they do that to the people of the Virgin Islands? Actually gave away $500,000 from the $400 million, $500 million. So a guy that had no businesses, his businesses was on two outlying kids. They lived St. James and Big St. James, where pedophilia and rank rape of boys, girls, children was the order of the day. And I don't know how can these people live with themselves. So much more so to be talking about just what you are a governor of what to do what. And the very governor himself, that while being governor, make this dastardly act against the children of the Virgin Islands. And yet he can say he does sleep well. I don't know how. Well, he does sleep to go down, wake up. They're asleep. My God, how can you all do this to your people? Why you get don't say?
All right, thank you for the call. Yeah, I got about 7 minutes left. Yeah, if you want to call, you can call 340-773. Good afternoon, welcome to the show.
Good afternoon, Coach. How are you?
I'm all right.
Yeah, I was just saying from Herman Maria on the WAPA, it should be audited based on a forensic audit. And you'll see how much slush fund and the money has been transaction and where the money went, who get the money, and how the money was distributed to these groups of good for nothing misleaders and some of them employees that benefit off of Herman Maria when all that money came. And yes, they charged with the RICO Act. So it's a very powerful thing that they did in the last, over 10 years or whatever it has been since then. So I like the color that shine a light on that, because that's what they have done. What was just a slush fund to, go in there and get your big check and gone. I shake my head when I see these types of behavior. It's wrong, and who suffer? The community suffer as whole. Because we needed that money in that fund to do what needs to be done to make the community and WAPA function a lot better than what it's being functioned now today. So I was just shining light in that code fight.
All right. Thank you for the call. About what day? Yes. It's been a pleasure being here. I got 6 minutes left. If you want to call, you can call 340-773-0390. 340-773-0490. It's been a long afternoon, nice afternoon. Talk a lot of issues that affect the people of the Virgin Islands. WAPA continued to be an issue here from the time I was a little boy to now. Millions of dollars with no progress, no relief for the people. That's factual. That's not a lie. Taxation without representation. We give all these benefits to these companies coming in. Then say the government broke, they need money, and we are tax the local people. Good afternoon. Welcome to the show.
Hey, good afternoon. Sorry, just got a couple minutes, but I'm gonna shoot it quick.
Yeah.
2 things. Well, yeah, several things, so I can see how fast I can get through them. One, the governor he's attempting to push the streetsmen and them up in a corner to further dismantle the economy of St. Croix. And it has been a persistent mandate for the Democratic Party to totally dismantle the economy of St. Croix. They're doing it. I gotta give, a raving shout of applause to, every governor after Louis forward, with the exception of Mapp and Snyder. They tried to do a little something inside there. But for the whole part of it, they're trying to establish a single island economy, which is stupid. A chain is only as strong as the weakest link. And clearly, St. Croix is the weakest link, and there's no real effort is being made. We got, the usual blah, blah, blah from the senators and them who will come out and say, well, we need to do this, we need to do that. But realistically, we need the reforms and the, what do you call that again? Hate on my thoughts, that's it. But, dealing with the abandoned buildings, what do you call that again?
The law that you were bringing?
Yeah, no. I'm trying to remember the term when you got probate, trying to get them. Yeah, they know probate is an issue, but they're not making an attempt to clear it up. So you got long-standing probate issues for years and years and years. You got the artificial control of Frederick State through the historical district, which none of them have a backbone to change. Why is the whole tongue of Frederick State historical? That's nonsense. These historical districts need to be redrawn, and they need to be smaller and more manageable, So that's two. Thirdly, you're spending over $100 and some million for another, 2-3 miles of road in St. Thomas, when you could spend half of that and get our roads over here in St. Croix paved and manicured so that we look appealing instead of looking like a damn dump. Now, senators, for crying out loud, and probably that's why Ms. James decided she ain't running again, because she probably can't deal with this crap. But how on
constituents, your people and them you're supposed to be representing, and allow the place to deteriorate to a point where it's just nasty and filthy. You know, we have more illegal dumping going on, and we have no convenience centers that's being built. We have no real emphasis on having a strategic plan to bring investment to this island. It's all talk, and no action. You know, so I could go on and on. The airport look like another dump. There is abandoned buildings right next to it that they claim to wait for insurance money, and up to now, it's still there. They're complaining about the belt issue at the airport for over a year that hasn't been fixed. Why are they single-handedly trying to dismantle the whole economy of St. Croix? And lastly, the last thing I don't think I know, I don't have much more time, right?
Yeah, and less than a minute.
Yeah, that's going to be real quick.
Yeah.
If we are truly one Fortune Island, why does it cost nearly $300 for us to travel between islands? That's how I can end it. Thank you.
Thank you for the call. Yes. Well, it's about, let this person in. I got 30 seconds. Good afternoon. Welcome to the show. Oh, I guess the person hang up. Yes, as I said, it's always a pleasure being here. Thank all who listen. Hope you walk away with some info. Good afternoon. Welcome to the show. I have 20 seconds.
Yeah, okay, I will say it quickly and go.
Yeah.
You know, there used to be a saying back in the day, Tom is stupid. And I'm speaking specifically about back in the 40s and 50s. I don't know if you know the guy we used to call Hitler.
No.
Or Führer was a good electrician. You could find him sleeping in a gut with a gut running guy, he fall around. But when it comes to electricity, he and Willie Pickering and Anton Jackson, they were forerunners, and I learned a lot from them. Thank you very much.
Yeah, all right. Thank you for the call. Well, ladies and gentlemen, it's about that time. I have to go. When you got to go, you got to go. It was a pleasure being here. And thank Mary again for letting me in. I'm out. Are you